The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by Red Ball Recycling.
Southern Indiana high school football here on Glycon. Thanks so much for being with us. Welcome to New Albany High School. Burke Field rivalry renewed tonight as the 0-6 New Albany Bulldogs play host to the 2-4 Jeffersonville Red Devils. Alongside the coach, Jim Kazmarek, I'm Nick Curran. Kevin Maldonado producing us tonight. And, well, Coach, neither team obviously has probably had a season they would like up until this point, but this is a game that they're both certainly going to be up for. It's a big one here tonight.
You know, Nick, this could be, by the way, looking forward to working with you tonight. Yeah, this would be fun.
Ditto.
This is a game where your winner of this game can make their whole season, because you can always say, yeah, we may have had a losing season, but we beat Jeff, or we beat New Albany, because that's how big this rivalry is.
New Albany coming into this game having lost 12 in a row, 0-6 on the season. A heartbreaker last week. You were there at Silver Creek, a 23-22 loss. Bulldogs were right there, just couldn't quite pull out a victory.
You know, and I talked with Coach Kulie about that earlier this afternoon before the game. And, you know, that brought a lot of smiles to his face. His team played really hard. In the first half, they really dominated the first half. Silver Creek made some adjustments in the second half and came back, and it really came down to, and both teams, I said this during the game, when you're losing, both teams are playing not to lose now. And it's a matter of, I'm not playing to win, I'm playing not to lose, and there's a big difference. But yeah, it was a great game and kind of a heartbreaker for New Albany, but it showed New Albany's players what they can do if they play hard for the entire game.
Jeffersonville on the other side started this season at 2-2. The Devils 6-4 last year, their first winning season since 2015. Joe Washington is in his second season. A first-year winning record was a big deal for this team. They've lost two straight after a 2-2 start, and they're trying to kind of right the ship after a 36-3 loss against Bloomington North last week.
Now, Coach Washington, I think, is one of the top coaches in our area. I was very impressed with the work he did last year with the Jeff squad. Jeff, you're right. They were down. He took over a program that hadn't won a game the year before. So I think he's a rising coach. He does a great job. His kids will play really hard for him. 2-4 is kind of surprising to me. But, again, whoever wins this game, it's the whole season is turned on its head. So
Hoosier Hills Conference play tonight with a lot ahead for both teams as well. It is a gorgeous evening here in New Albany. We take a look at our weather forecast presented by American Family Insurance Agent Mark Stevens. For any of your insurance needs, contact Mark at 812-283-8600. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. There was a little bit of a rain threat earlier, but it looks like that's moved out. Looking like sunny skies. Temperature near 80 degrees tonight here at Burke Field in New Albany. Couldn't be more perfect weather. A beautiful night.
It is a beautiful night, but it's October, so we should be 50 degrees and a beautiful night. But we'll take this. We've been fortunate. We haven't had a rain out all year. We haven't even had a drop of rain all year. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that we keep that up for the rest of the season.
Not wishing away summer just yet. We'll take the temperatures and see how it goes from here on. But a gorgeous night here in New Albany. We'll take a break. When we come back, Kaz had a chance to catch up with the aforementioned head coach of the Jeff Red Devils, Joe Washington. You'll hear from him next. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycon.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
For a quote, contact American Family Insurance Agent Mark Stevens today.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison. Community action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana, a community partner in school readiness through Head Start. Visit them at 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or online at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana, helping people, changing lives.
I'm with Coach Joe Washington of the Jeffersonville Red Devils. Coach is in his second season now as the head coach of the Red Devils. Coach, has this year gone pretty much the way you expected? Why or why not?
No, not per se. I mean, I knew we were young, so there was that chance that it could be a struggle, going through it. You don't plan to be 2-4. But it is what it is. Kids are learning, they're playing hard, so they're just growing each day.
Well, Coach, learning and playing hard is pretty much all you can ask kids to do.
Absolutely.
Coach, you said playing young. I noticed you had 4 sophomores starting in your defensive line.
Yeah, we lost a magnificent 4 last year, and we had to replace them. So we went with some sophomores and some guys that rotate in, some juniors and sophomores and a senior, that had no playing experience. So we're super young up front.
Coach, tell us about Trey Martin. Trey, I've always been impressed with him. I know last year he was hurt quite a bit during the season. I think he's a really, really good high school football player.
Yeah, Trey last year played 2 games with us, had 34 tackles and a couple interceptions. Was a huge loss for our defense last year. He's not really a vocal leader, but he leads by his play, and that's what he's been doing this year for us. He has a nose for football, seems to make plays when we need him, and he's a short tackler. So, he's been great for our defense this year.
I think he's still your leading tackler, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
It looks like you have a big size advantage on the New Albany defensive line. Your 5 offensive linemen are some pretty good-sized kids. How are you going to take advantage of that?
We just got to get back to leaning on people and, running the football and imposing our will on our opponent. And, by the 4th quarter, when we wear them down, hopefully, we'll be able to spring some long runs in there and, just control the game.
I always relate that to like a heavyweight fight where you take a couple body punches, and then you get the other fighter to drop his hands and you lay the haymaker right on the chin. Coach, good luck to you tonight, and thanks for your time.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Back here in New Albany, the Bulldogs hosting the Jeff Red Devils, a rivalry renewed here tonight. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, those presented by Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Coach, we'll start with the visitors, the Red Devils, for this one.
And Nick, before we do that, and I'll get to the keys in just a second, I want to just, we talked about this rivalry.
Sure.
New Albany started playing football in 1904. They started playing Jeffersonville in 1924. New Albany won 49 games in a row before Jeff finally won a game in 1972. Then Jeff went on a tear, and they won 12 straight games until New Albany in 1984. I was coaching then, broke that streak with a 30-13 win. This rivalry got so heated during that period of time that in the 1950s they actually stopped playing because it was such a heated rivalry. We don't expect that tonight, but we do expect some really good football. So if I was coaching Jeff, these are the keys that I would work for. I need to stop the New Albany running game. The Bulldogs found something in their running attack last week against Silver Creek, and I said before, I think the key to New Albany victory is running the ball. And when in doubt, run it again. And if you're not sure what to do, run it again. Just keep running the ball, and the other team can't score if they don't have the ball. Kaiser and Chambers, they run the ball well. Kaiser's very shifty, speedy runner. Chambers is a kind of a bulldog runner. Jeff has to get their playmakers into open space, and they do have some playmakers, but they need to get them in open space, sidelines, in the voided areas in the secondary, so those playmakers can actually make plays. This is a big thing for both teams. This is a rivalry game. It can get heated. Don't let your emotions take control of what you're doing, because you're going to cause your team a big play, a turnover, something bad. Keep your cool during the game. And as the Jeff coach told me earlier, this is going to come down to which team wants it more. Which team is going to play with heart all the way to the final whistle.
Well, and for New Albany, you may have tipped your hand a little bit there, but the Bulldogs ran for over 200 yards last week in that loss to Silver Creek, but I know that's a big part of it for them tonight.
Well, it should be. For New Albany, I still think the important thing is take care of yourself. Don't worry too much about who you're playing. You still need to get yourself better. Take care of yourself. And again, run the ball, run it again, and keep running it until the other team stops it. And then once the other team stops it, they're stopping it because they're doing something on defense that's going to open up your passing game with a run-pass option type of play. So the key, though, to me, is just keep running the ball. Catch Jeff looking. This is where the scouts up in the press box come in handy, because the coach on the field can't see anything. It's the worst seat in the house. He relies on his guys sitting up here with us that can see how Jeff is stopping the run, and that has to open up something. It has to open up something in the secondary. And again, no silly mistakes, no penalties. Keep your cool. Don't get caught up in the emotions of the game.
And when New Albany does throw the ball, Grady Mayfield, freshman quarterback, 9 of 13 for 120 yards and a touchdown against Silver Creek last week, so certainly capable of doing that as well. Should be a fun one tonight, New Albany and Jeff. A reminder that this broadcast is authorized by New Albany High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thanks so much for watching. We'll take a break. When we come back, Coach Kaz had a chance to catch up with a man that's been on both sides of this rivalry. Was formerly for a decade the coach at Jeff, now in his 9th season at New Albany, the Bulldogs head coach Steve Kulie. You'll hear from him next. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong, and it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department. You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Steve Kulie of the New Albany Bulldogs. Coach Kulie is now in his 9th year as the New Albany head coach. Coach, how much inspiration did last week's game give for you personally, your staff, and more importantly, the kids?
Well, we had a chance to win at the end, and, a field goal came up short to the left, and then we had a penalty, and we came up short again to the left. But, it's a game we could have won. We dominated the first half rushing, and second half we struggled at times to move the ball and made some poor decisions and missed a few plays. And, hats off to Silver Creek. They outplayed us in the second half, and, we had a chance to win at the end and put ourselves in a position to win it, drove the ball down the field, and didn't get it done. But, we played better offensively the last couple of weeks, and all we can ask is try to keep fighting and keep getting better.
Coach, you did mention your quarterback getting improving, getting better. He's a young freshman kid. How impressed are you with his progress, and what do you expect from him tonight?
Yeah, it's hard. It's a lot of pressure on Grady. He's worked hard this offseason. He had a great summer. It hadn't gone the way he likes or the way I liked, the first part of the year. But week in, week out, he keeps learning. We've added some new simple stuff for him, to do tonight, and hopefully we can execute at a high level.
Coach, you really had a nice dominant running game that first half of that game. You're going to build on that and then look at some more RPO opportunities?
Yeah, we did. We made some plays. We made some plays in the passing game, at times when they gave them to us, last Friday night. So tonight, we'll come out and see what, Jeff's a 4-2 box, and they play a lot of man, but they also play some quarters. So, we'll find out, what their game plan is on defense, if, they're going to pack the box or they're going to play coverage or what they're going to do. So, and we'll adjust. And we prepared for man. We prepared for cover 4. We prepared for, linebackers blitzing. So it's just a matter of, figure out what their game plan is, and we're going to attack it.
Coach, as always, thank you for your time and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers PulsePoint. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Back in New Albany and Jeff here tonight, rivalry game from Burkefield. We check now our starting lineups and key players, brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. And Coach, on the offensive side of the ball for Jeff, you talked to Coach Washington, and you mentioned a key, try to get the ball to some of their playmakers, and they have a number of them on that side of things.
Well, Grady, Gabe Brady, Tristan Newby, Nation Rowe McBroom, which I love it as all name team all the way.
That's right.
Those are his playmakers. Benji Rice is a great running back. He had 103 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns last week. Darian Williams is another outstanding running back, H-back. So, yeah, he's got some real good talent there. More importantly, Nick, Dean Wiley, 6 foot 228. Aiden Gossett, 5'11", 240. Gavin Hankins, 6 foot 255. Keegan Cabell, 6'1", 305. And the small guy, Jamal Owens Jr., 6'2", 270. That's some beef in that front line. And those are the guys that I think are going to help him get his great playmakers out in open space, because they will control the line of scrimmage tonight.
Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on that. That Bulldog defense, a guy up front, and James Smith has made some plays and made a big one last week for them.
He played an amazing game. He is very quick. He does what we call a skin technique or a swim technique, and he gets in the gap quicker than the offensive lineman can react. And the offensive linemen it's very important that they learn to take the correct steps. When I've coached offensive line, I can't tell you how much I've just kept talking about step. You got to take the right step, right? Because if you don't take the right step, James Smith is going to beat you inside. He had a safety last week, a lineman's dream. So he is, I think, he's earned a starting spot tonight. He is going to be one of the key players for New Albany.
On the offensive side for New Albany, we mentioned the freshman Grady Mayfield, the quarterback, and a big bolster to that running game. He said that's going to be a key. It sounds like we might see R.J. Long, who was out of action last week, but if he can be back in there, will be a big bolster to that offense.
They have two hammers, and that's Jamal Chambers and R.J. Long. Having R.J. Long back in the lineup is going to be a big plus for New Albany. So you got the two hammers, and then you got the nail. Clay Kaiser's that nail. He is very quick. He's very elusive. So they keep pounding away with those two big backs, and then Kaiser breaks it on counter plays, and he did a great job that first half against Silver Creek last week.
Defensively for Jeff, you mentioned Trey Martin in the interview with Coach Washington. Not only the leading tackler, but also the homecoming king there at Jeffersonville.
Well, that is amazing, actually. But he's a transfer student last year. He's a great player. It's amazing when you think your safety is your leading tackler. Now, that says a lot about what he's doing coming in to make plays, but that also says those four defensive linemen need to do a better job so that Trey Martin doesn't have to be the leading tackler tonight.
We'll see how it all plays out. Big rivalry tonight, New Albany and Jeff. Time to kick it off. We'll have all the action for you coming up next at Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Community action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first, before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by Red Ball Recycling, Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Our place where change is possible together. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Community action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program. Helping people, changing lives. And by German American Bank, Northside Security, Call's Body Shop, and the City of New Albany. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Southern Indiana High School football.
Welcome back to Burkefield here at New Albany High School, getting set to go. The Bulldogs and the Jeffersonville Red Devils. Alongside Coach Kazmarek, I'm Nick Curran. Kevin Maldonado producing things tonight. Captains meeting at midfield. Time for the coin toss here, and we'll see who gets the ball first. And, well, you mentioned it. Want to see New Albany run the ball and maybe, along with that, control the clock and keep that Jeff offense off the field. The coin toss could be pretty key here tonight. We'll see.
It could be very key. If New Albany wins the toss, they take the ball. You don't defer. Take the ball.
Looks like
Jeff won. New Albany gets the ball. That's perfect. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but the New Albany captains are so excited about this game that once they shook hands with the Jeff players, they were jumping around. They left it. They didn't do the coin toss. They were running to the sideline, and coach had to get them go back. You got to call the coin toss.
They're amped up for this game to be sure. They did get the coin toss in. Jeff wins it to first, so New Albany will have the ball. Not much of a breeze here tonight. The breeze there is a little bit left to right as we look at it here at Burke Field. Jeff in the all whites with the red helmets. New Albany in the all blacks with those matte black helmets as well. So we get set to go. Jeffersonville will kick it away. Max Schoonover, the senior kicker, will boot it away for the Red Devils. Clay Kaiser back deep for New Albany, along with R.J. Long, who we mentioned back in action here tonight.
Last week against Silver Creek, New Albany mishandled a couple of the kickoffs, so it'd be important for them not to do that because they need to get some field position right away. If you're going to run the ball, you're going to have some field position.
Kaiser had a monster game last week at Silver Creek, 24 carries for 183 yards and a touchdown, and could touch it early here tonight. Schoonover getting ready to kick it away for Jeff. Rivalry that goes back to the early 1900s. You've been a part of it. A lot of fun. A good crowd here tonight. Hoping for a fun game.
It is. It is a lot of fun to coach in games like this. It really gets you amped up as a coach also.
Even as a broadcaster. No matter what.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Here's Schoonover to boot it away. Underway here in New Albany. And it will be Kaiser on the line drive kick. Runs to the middle of the field, gets upended at the 25, falls forward to about the 27-yard line, and that's where New Albany starts here tonight.
Good kick, good return, good field position to start with.
And they're led onto the field by their freshman quarterback, Grady Mayfield. 9 of 13, 120 yards and a touchdown last week at Silver Creek. The freshman had a really efficient game last week.
He did. There's still a big learning curve for him, and as this game goes on, we'll see how much he has progressed. And it's fun to watch his progression from the first game of the season to where we are right now.
They call it from the 26, 1st and 10. Mayfield out of the shotgun, hands it off. Running straight ahead, some room straight ahead. That is Jamal Chambers, the senior running back. A good opening run right up the middle, gets ahead to about the 33. A good pickup of 7 on first down.
Yeah, some nice blocking by the right guard and right tackle, Blake Harmon and Eli Gum. New Albany's offensive line a little bit in flux. Both guards, Thomas and Harmon, are new starters tonight.
Chambers ran for 39 yards and a touchdown last week at Silver Creek. 7 on his opening carry. They mark it to the 34, so make it 8. Hand it to him again, straight ahead, has some room, barrels his way across the 45, down to the 46-yard line. Another first down. It was Trey Martin, the leading tackler for Jeff, that wrapped him up first.
And that's what you don't want to happen, Nick. You don't want your safety to become the leading tackler. And so far, New Albany's offensive line is dominating the Jeff defensive line.
Give him the 47-yard line and a first down, and now looks like a player getting sent off the field,
Yeah.
Chris McWilliams for New Albany.
It's official timeout for equipment. Something. Oh, his knee pads were covering his knee. You know, that's real popular now in college and pro. They almost wear like soccer shorts. High school doesn't allow you. You have to have a knee pad and it has to cover your knee.
Getting that taken care of. Meanwhile, they give it to Chambers again, running straight ahead. Gets across the 50, falls forward into Jeff territory at the 49. Another 4-yard pickup. It's been all Jamal Chambers so far.
And Long is in now. R.J. Long, who missed last week, is now in at tailback.
He ran for 61 yards and a touchdown at Jeff last year. 42, 42, and 2, the all-time series between these two teams. Jeff won it last year at Jeff, 40-22. Mayfield out of the gun, hands it away to Long, gets to midfield and then slam backwards. It looks like he's going to lose a yard. Heck of a tackle there up front for Jeff.
That looked like Mason longest on the tackle. New Albany puts in Christian McWilliams, number 43, as kind of a H-back. He's not going to carry the ball. He's a blocking back. If you watch him, he's on the right side here. He'll be a pulling guard kind of thing in the backfield.
3rd and 7 from midfield. We'll see what New Albany does. It's been all running so far, but now a 3rd and pretty long.
I better hurry. They're running the play clock out here.
Malik Whitfield wide to the right. The handoff goes to Long. Gets by the first tackler. Gets to midfield, but driven back from there. A pair of Jeff tacklers in to get him. And they drive him back. Darian Eulis, one of them, and I believe it was Michael Hockersmith, the other for Jeff, driving him back to the 49 of New Albany. It's a loss of 1.
Yeah, it's 4th and 8. I thought maybe Coach Kulie was going to go for it, but he sent his punt team in. Clay Kaiser is their punter. Last week they had a little bit of struggle with the long snapper. He had one over his head. He bounced one back. So
4th and about 9 from New Albany's own 49-yard line.
It's going to be delay a game.
New Albany takes a timeout.
Not to be critical, 5 yards is not going to really hurt you. Losing a timeout might. 5 yards penalty is not going to hurt you. So that timeout probably was unnecessary.
We'll go ahead and take a break. Scoreless game, 8:37 left in the first quarter. Back with more here on Glycod.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
4th and about 8 from its own 49 for New Albany. It is Clay Kaiser out of the timeout to punt it away. For Jeff, Nation Rowe McBroom, the transfer from Trinity over in Louisville, is the D-man to return for the Red Devils.
Good snap.
Kaiser
and
boots it
nice
away.
Punt.
And they boot it away from Rowe McBroom. It bounces inside the 10. A very nice punt. It is down at about the 7-yard line, and that well executed by New Albany. And, well, Jeff will take over its first drive from inside its own 10-yard line.
Yeah, Rowe McBroom should have fielded that kick. When you let that ball bounce and you lose 10, 15 yards, that's 10 or 15 yards that your offense has to make up. If he just steps forward and catches the ball, he saves his team 10 or 15 yards.
Nice job to kick it away from him by Kaiser. Jeff takes over 1st and 10 from its own 8-yard line. The junior quarterback Cordell Thomas onto the field. Completes him at about a 61% clip on the year. Is thrown for 5 touchdowns for the stats we have. He works out of the gun. Hands it off, running straight up the middle. And barrels his way ahead to about the 15 or so. Darian Williams, the sophomore running back, gets the first carry of the game for Jeff.
Yeah, interesting play. Kind of an old school cross bucket, what we would have called it.
Pickup of 7 yards to get a little space there for Jeff. Brings up 2nd and 3 from its own 15. This time Benji Rice, couple of Division I offers, the running back to the right of the quarterback. Now the handoff on the sweep that time. They get it to Nation Rowe McBroom, and he is driven back. New Albany had that one scouted well. Tried to get the edge and couldn't. Driven back by a host of Bulldog tacklers.
Yeah. A whole kennel of tacklers there, Nick.
Well put.
And it's so difficult to. New Albany's wearing black on black with gray numbers. And it is really, to me, very difficult to see the numbers of the players.
Not the easiest to see for the Bulldogs tonight. We'll do our best. 3rd and 3 from Jeff's own 15. Thomas out of the gun, throws, first pass of the game. It's complete at the 20, up the left sideline, finally banged out of bounds across the 30. Braylon Gray makes the catch, the junior wide out, and he has a first down.
That's a nice catch, nice play, a nice way to start the game for a quarterback. A very simple pass, a little hitch, 5-yard hitch, catch it. The receiver does a nice job of evading the tackle. So it's a good first down, but that's a great way to gain quarterback's confidence, is a pass like that.
Pickup of 15 yards and a first down, Red Devils. 1st and 10 from their own 30. Just about 5 minutes gone by, a scoreless game. One running back motions out, it's Williams. The handoff goes to Benji Rice, runs straight ahead, falls forward to the 35. Kaiser on the tackle that time for New Albany.
It'll be interesting to see what Jeff does with that arc motion that they just ran. And because what they're looking is how does New Albany adjust their secondary to that arc motion, hoping that they took a linebacker out and run Benji Rice in there where the voided linebacker. New Albany did not void the linebacker.
Give him 5 yards. 2nd and 5 from Jeff's own 35. Snap, here's the handoff to Williams. He's met in the backfield. It is Kaiser again. Clay Kaiser got in the backfield and brings down Darian Williams for a loss.
Yeah, nice stunt call by the defensive coach for New Albany.
Back it up to the 33. It's a loss of 2. To make it 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, New Albany brings in one of their receivers, Carter Rice, in the secondary.
Gray split wide to the left for Jeff. Couple of running backs back there with Thomas. Takes the snap, throws out to the left side. Pass is complete at the 41, and a shove out of bounds right there. It was Gray again who makes the catch just past the first down marker.
Yeah, first down.
That was well executed there. Ran it right to the sticks.
He did, perfect. He knew exactly where the sticks were, and he did a little stop pattern right there at the marker. Caught the ball. Nice pass. I like Jeff's quarterback, Cordell Thomas, 5'6", 160-pound junior. I like the way he throws the ball.
Senior Deshaun Cunningham knocked him out of bounds. 1st and 10, Jeff, from its own 42. This will be the 7th play of the drive. Thomas hands it off to Rice, racing to the right side, gets the edge, gets across midfield, down the right sideline, ridden out of bounds at about the 40-yard line of New Albany. And that may have been a touchdown-saving tackle that time from R.J. Long, who we talked about back tonight as a running back. He makes the play on defense.
Yeah, it's very important for your safeties. People just think all they do is play pass defense, but it's very important for your safeties to fill certain lanes when they're on a running play. And New Albany safety that time took the wrong path, and the running back for Jeff just kind of outran him. The safeties have to take a very, very good inside-out path.
Thomas hands to Williams, runs straight ahead, stays on his feet across the 35, driven back just inside the 35. They mark him at about the 33. It's going to be an 8-yard pickup on first down and bring up his 2nd and short for Jeff. Again, a host of Bulldogs there to drive him back.
J-Ron Kidd was one of them, come up from the secondary to be in on the tackle. Jeff, all of a sudden now, seems to be dominated in the offensive line against New Albany's defense. New Albany's defense, Roy Schaefer, 6 foot 179. Caden Rice, 6'2", 224. James Smith, 6'1", 186. We need to focus on James Smith, number 54.
2nd and 2 from the 33. Rice, the handoff, runs straight ahead, able to stay on his feet, falls forward across the 30 to the 29-yard line. Nice push from Benji Rice. He gets the first down, has offers from both Toledo and UMass at the Division I level.
Wow, good for him.
So down to the 29, 1st and 10, Jeffersonville. Just about 4.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. A scoreless game. But this has been a lengthy drive so far for Jeff. 10th play of the drive coming up.
Yep.
Thomas takes the handoff, hands it to Rice, running left, has a seam to the 25, ridden down there.
Nice, I tell you, a really nice block by Jeff Whiteout, number 2, Braylon Gray. And, you know, when I coached the receivers, we told them, you're not going to catch a pass unless you block. If you block and we can see you block, then we'll let you start catching passes. Braylon Gray made a really nice block on the corner there.
Well, he's caught a couple passes, figured he'd throw a block in.
Sure thing.
Chandre Oliver looked like he made the stop for New Albany, the senior. They mark it at the 29 of the Bulldogs, 2nd and 4, Jeffersonville. On the move here early on. Thomas out of the gun, fakes the handoff to Williams, rolls right, looking to throw, sends it out of the 20, pass caught down the right sideline, inside the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal, Tristan Newby.
Their tight end, 6'2", 230. And so many teams now don't even have tight ends. It's good to kind of see a tight end. If I can see a tight end and a fullback in a game at the same time, I know I'm watching old school football.
That's right. Newby had a couple of nice plays early in their game last week in that loss to Bloomington North. Gets the catch here, and now it's 1st and goal from the New Albany 7-yard line. 3:26 left in the quarter. Scoreless game, but Jeffersonville driving. Thomas, that was Rice that time that took the handoff, a little wildcat. He hands to Williams, who doesn't get anything.
Yeah, that was strange. They put Rice in at quarterback to run a wildcat, but he handed it off. I mean, if I'm going to put my tailback back there, I want him to carry the ball. It's the reason he's back there.
He actually ran a wildcat in their game against Seymour earlier this year when Cordell Thomas was out injured. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. A loss of 3 on that play. Thomas back in out of the gun. Williams to his left. Looking to throw. Fires it out, and it's intercepted. Ball underthrown, intercepted. Running up the right side of the 20. A huge play for Deshaun Cunningham, the senior defensive back for New Albany, makes a big play.
A really big play. He dropped back into that coverage perfectly. What I didn't like was Cordell Thomas just focused in on one receiver. He eyeballed one receiver, and the defensive back, Cunningham, did a nice job of reading his eyes.
So still no score. Biggest play of the game so far. Cunningham with the pick. Returns it to the New Albany 24-yard line. The Bulldogs offense back to the field, 1st and 10.
I think that was a result of that wildcat play that was unsuccessful.
Mayfield hands it off, and that is Chambers, who runs straight ahead to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup of about 6 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, Jamal Chambers is a real hammer in the running back, 6'2" and 224. Also plays some linebacker and defensive end.
And now an injured player for Jeffersonville, and we have a timeout as they tend to him. We'll step away for a break. Scoreless game, 2:25 left in the 1st quarter. Southern Indiana High School football on Glycott.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School.
Darian Eulis was the injured Red Devil, was able to jog off the field under his own power. 2nd down play for New Albany, and the run goes straight ahead and indeed nowhere. No gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, cornerback Dominique Patterson came up. He's only a freshman, by the way. Came up to make the play.
Nice effort by the freshman, and now Grady Mayfield, the freshman quarterback, out of the shotgun. Chambers in the backfield to his left for New Albany on 3rd and 4. Mayfield rolls to the left, looking to throw, stops, and he's sacked.
And
he fumbled the ball. Ball loose, still rolling around, and it is recovered by New Albany. They're able to keep the ball, but it was Kurion Thompson who came through, the senior linebacker, with the sack and the strip sack.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Are they calling? I think he just signaled that it's Jeffersonville's ball.
Well, initially they asked for the clock to run.
There you go. They corrected it.
Yeah, New Albany ball.
Yeah.
But it'll be 4th down, and they're going to send the punt team on. Clay Kaiser on to punt it away again for the Bulldogs.
And see, that's where that young quarterback, on that sprint off passes, if you're going to sprint, you got to sprint. You can't stop. If you stop, you're letting yourself open for a hit like that.
He stopped, and Thompson didn't.
No.
So Kaiser to punt it, low snap, able to rescue it and punts it away. Ro McBroom back to return for Jeff. The punt goes out of bounds, and they will mark it. They're going to mark it into Albany territory. Looks like at the 49-yard line. So only about 24 yards on the punt, 23 yards. It'll be at the 49 or the 48. And Jeff will have good field position here with under a minute left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Grady Mayfield this year has taken some really, really mean licks. In every game that we've watched, he has taken some really, and he keeps getting up. I give the kid a lot of credit. He keeps getting up and going back out there. Kind of a warrior.
Yeah, that was
that was a hard hit.
And it leads to the punt. Jeff gets it at the New Albany 49, 1st and 10, second drive of the game for Jeffersonville. Cordell Thomas out of the gun, a little pitch out to the left side. Williams, nice cut, but then runs into a couple of tacklers at near the line of scrimmage. They'll give him 1 yard, it looks like, on that. Excellent job of the New Albany defense to rush to him. They'll mark it for no gain.
Yeah, real good defense by New Albany.
I think it was Chandre Oliver, one of the tacklers in there again for New Albany. We've called his name a couple of times so far tonight. About a 9-second difference between the game clock and play clock. 2nd and 10 for Jeff from the New Albany 49-yard line. Thomas out of the gun. Williams backfield to his right. A receiver to each side. A high snap, handoff to Williams, runs to the left side, gets across the 50 and across the line of scrimmage. It's Kaiser again to make the tackle after a gain of 1 or 2. And that's going to be the final play of the first quarter.
And real quick, Jeff repositioned their H-back tight end from the left to the right. New Albany didn't make any adjustment. And then they ran it to the voided area where they should have, if New Albany would have adjusted, that would have been a good call. New Albany doesn't adjust, run it to the tight end side.
And instead they played it in New Albany's hands. They made the play. 3rd and long coming up. Second quarter next. A scoreless game here at New Albany on Glycott.
Motor vehicle safety is important for everyone, especially young children. Having the proper child restraint systems in place, particularly for children under 4 or weighing less than 40 pounds, will keep a child safe and comfortable when traveling in the car. The Clark County Health Department provides free inspections to ensure proper installation of any car seat. To make an appointment, phone 812-282-7521. A message from the Clark County Health Department funded by Health First Indiana.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
3rd and long for Jeff as we begin the second quarter. The throw goes out to the right side. It is complete. Very close to a first down. Ethan Mompe, the senior wideout, made the catch. They mark it at the New Albany 41-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down. It'll be 4th and 2 coming up for Jeffersonville.
Well, it's a good time for Jeff to go for it. Try a long count. Try to get New Albany to jump offside.
So here we go. It'll be 4th and 2. Thomas out of the shotgun. Williams to his right. The high snap through his hands. Picks it up on a friendly bounce. Throws right side, and it is caught at the 20. No, it's incomplete. Wow. On the near sideline, the pass was intended for Braylon Gray. He couldn't haul it in. Thomas almost made something out of nothing there, but instead it's a turnover on downs.
Yep. Well, heads-up play by Cordell Thomas, the quarterback. So I'm not a big fan of the shotgun for that reason right there.
Wow.
Very seldom do you get a snap over the quarterback's head when he's got his hands under center.
And now New Albany gets good field position. 1st and 10 from its own 41-yard line. Little pistol set here as Mayfield with Chambers, the running back, behind him. Hands to Chambers straight ahead. Barrels ahead across the 45. Tripped down to about the 47-yard line. It looked like it was the shoestring tackle there, maybe on the Jeffersonville side. A heck of an effort to prevent even more yards.
New Albany going a little bit on pace right now with no huddle.
2nd and 4. Hand off to Chambers, running right.
Oh, nice cut.
Keeps going ahead into Jeff territory across the 50 to the 48, and a 1st down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jeff had him nailed in the backfield. He put that right foot in the ground and went north and south. He actually went north, I think.
Yeah, north indeed.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the Jeff 48-yard line. And Al Mayfield staying with that pistol set. Chambers back behind him. 3 wideouts. Hands to Chambers, lost the ball, and Mayfield dives on top of it. They just kind of botched the exchange there, but Mayfield able to dive on top. It'll be a big loss, but New Albany keeps the ball.
I'd like to see Mayfield, when he's back in his quarterback position, I'd like to see him have some flex, like a shortstop or a second baseman. He's standing there straight-legged with no flex at all. I just don't think that's a good football position.
2nd and 16 now from their own 46-yard line, of their own 47, I beg your pardon, out of the gun. Mayfield rolling left, wants to throw, pumps, he tucks it, he runs up the left side, gets across midfield, hit as he goes out of bounds. A nice pickup there to get some of the yardage back as Malachi Montz, the junior, able to make the tackle.
Now see the difference where he kept running there? Just keep running, keep running. He gained 7 yards. He's back to the original line of scrimmage. Now he's in a 3rd and manageable play.
3rd and 10. He learned from earlier, took that big hit, and that time didn't want to stop again and take another one.
Yeah.
So Chambers to the left. 4 wideouts here for New Albany. There's a throw, and the pass caught, evading a couple of tacklers, but nowhere to go there for Malik Whitfield.
Yeah.
He had 3 catches last week. It's his first this week, but Jeff rallied to the ball, and it's going to be a loss of a yard.
Yeah, New Albany ran that play last week against Silver Creek very successfully with Malik Williams running a lot of different names for the play. When I coach, we call it the jailbreak, where the receiver catches the ball, breaking inside, all the linemen go out there to block. Jeff did a great job of rallying to the football.
It will be Clay Kaiser on to punt it away again for New Albany. Nathan Rowe McBroom deep to return for Jeffersonville.
Oh, boy.
And there's a high snap. Kaiser able to get it. He gets the punt away. Took a hit and a flag down. The ball rolling still. It's inside the 10. Still rolling. What an effort from Kaiser as that ball is going to be down at about the 5-yard line. And we'll see what the flag is. Is it going to be running into or roughing the kicker?
Running into.
So it won't be a 1st down for New Albany.
And I got to tell you, I don't know Nathan Rowe McBroom, but he if he's going to be back there, he needs to learn to catch the ball because he keeps losing yardage for his team.
Mentioned the Trinity transfer. Big-time playmaker for Jeff, and his dad, Tayshawn McBroom, was a great receiver for Trinity as well, catching passes from Brian Braum.
He needs to decline the penalty and keep the ball down on the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they actually have it marked, it looks like, at the 8 or 9 over there.
So if you take the 5-yard penalty and kick it again, no telling what will happen.
They're explaining it to Steve Kulie right now. And we want to remind you about tailgate party coming up this Sunday at the Boombahs in Jeffersonville. You can tailgate for the Colts game. Colts and Bengals at 4, the Colts at 1 o'clock, and then the Bengals at 4. A doubleheader there. Tailgate party from 12 to 8. Plenty of Colts tickets given away, prizes, face painting for all ages, a lot of local vendors. It's at the Boombahs in Jeffersonville. Pay them a visit this Sunday. It's at 1450 Veterans Parkway in Jeffersonville. A big game day fan zone tailgate and watch party for both the Colts and the Bengals this weekend. So they do get it sorted out, and Jeff will take over 1st and 10 from its own 9-yard line. Oh, Jeff trying to get some traction on offense. Had that long 13-play drive, their first of the game, that ended in an interception. And here's a handoff to Benji Rice running right, gets to the sideline, and then banged down right there by a pair of New Albany tacklers, Alan Ray and R.J. Long, and on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, not a bad play. 4 yards is manageable. You're ahead of the chains right now, so 2nd and 6 is a very manageable position to be in.
From the 13-yard line, Cordell Thomas out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Rice, slings it out left side to Roe McBroom, running left along the numbers, gets to the outside and ridden out of bounds at the 30, and a flag comes in late.
Yeah,
J-Ron Kidd ran him out of bounds, and yeah, might be flagged for that face mask.
Face mask, yeah, it's a nice play, a nice blocking on the part of Jeff's left tackle, Dean Wiley.
And yeah, that flag against New Albany, so we'll tack on more yards as Jeff able to get the ball to Roe McBroom, and then 15 more on the face mask. First penalty of the game right there, first accepted penalty of the game.
Yeah, relatively clean game.
It has been.
Some mistakes, interception, some fumbles, bad snaps, some mistakes. So far, both teams have playing a pretty clean game.
1st and 10, Jeff from its own 44. Handoff to Rice, racing out to the right side, has a block, bounces out to the sideline across midfield, runs ahead to the 40 before he is knocked out of bounds by Kaiser. A nice pickup for Benji Rice and a first down into New Albany territory.
Yeah, Alan Ray, the outside linebacker for New Albany, does a really nice job of holding the block, but he needs help. There has to be a corner coming up, or there has to be a linebacker coming in. He did a nice job doing what he was supposed to do.
1st and 10, Red Devils from the New Albany 42-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go in the first half, and a scoreless game. Thomas out of the gun, takes the snap, looking right, fires right, pass is complete at the 35, and running out of bounds is Braylon Gray. He has 3 or 4 catches, the junior, here tonight.
Yeah, quite a few. Well, New Albany's corners are really laying back, afraid of his speed. Once again, he wants to get the ball into playmakers' hands, into space, and that's what he's doing. But New Albany's doing a pretty good job of, I'll play deep, I can give you 5 yards, I'm going to rally up and make a tackle.
Try to limit those big plays.
Right.
2nd and 3 from the New Albany 35. Thomas out of the gun, 3 wide outs. There's Roe McBroom in motion, a little pop pass to him, avoiding tacklers to the middle of the field, and rolls ahead near the 31, and it looks like he will have the first down. James Smith in on the tackle that time for New Albany.
Yeah, nice run on Roe McBroom's part.
And they mark it right at the 31 of New Albany, and that will be enough for a Jeff first down. Yeah, he had to avoid some black jerseys that time and was able to. And now Thomas out of the gun, Rice to his left, 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right for Jeff. Handoff goes to Rice, running right, is grabbed from behind by the jersey and not going to get much more. Gets across the 30. It was Brian Johnson of New Albany who grabbed that jersey and then held on for dear life, and a little maybe pushing and shoving after the play, and a late flag comes in. Well, you talked about it.
Yeah.
You want to keep your cool both ways in a rivalry game, and New Albany got to stop for not a terrible, and it's going to go against Jeff.
That uncalled for, that hurts. We were in a second and 4 probably, and now we're going to be 2nd and 19.
That's the first Jeff penalty of the game, and it's a killer.
Yeah.
15 yards back to the New Albany 43-yard line.
2nd and 25 now. That's unfortunate, but you've got to keep your cool. That's one of the keys we talked about before the game there.
So they'll say 2nd and 22 from the New Albany 43-yard line. And now Thomas out of the gun. They bunch 3 Wide outs to the left, one wide right. Fake a handoff, throw out to the left side. Roe McBroom runs around a tackler at the 40, evades another tackler with a great cut inside the 40, down to the 31-yard line, and Nation Roe McBroom got a lot of it back right there.
He did. He's a good runner, a good pass catcher, and I can see why he's a recruited athlete. He is does a good job. Just got to get him to catch punts.
That's right. 3rd and 11 coming up here. Still a 3rd and long for Jeff from the New Albany 32. See what they do here.
Albany come with some heat on from the linebackers, a little blitz.
Thomas out of the gun.
Nope.
They back out of it. Thomas back to throw. Rolls out to the right. Still on the move. Throws toward the right sideline. Pass caught by Roe McBroom at about the 21. Hit immediately and knocked out of bounds. It was Braden Kuiper on the tackle.
It's on the 22, so it's going to be 4th and half a yard.
Well, now they can certainly go for it probably in this spot. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and inches, and the ball got knocked off the spot there by a Jeff player running toward the left side. We'll call it 4th and a half yard. They do go for the gun here. Thomas with Rice to his left. Big play. Handoff to Rice, runs straight ahead, runs into a host of tacklers, but keeps those legs churning, gets to the 20. He got about 2.5 yards, and that's enough for a first down.
Yeah, he really did. He kept his feet moving, and he actually moved the whole pile. Jeff offensive line did a nice job of getting underneath the New Albany defensive lineman, which is really important. In line play, it's the man that gets the lowest usually wins the battle.
They'll mark it at the 19, 1st and 10, Jeff. This will be the 10th play of this drive. Scoreless game approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Thomas out of the gun, has the snap, hands it off to Rice. Straight ahead, gets hit from behind, wrapped up by the jersey. Still able to barrel his way to the 15, maybe the 14. About 5 yards on the pickup.
Yeah, Jamal Chambers coming in from his defensive outside linebacker spot and they grabbing a hold of that jersey. And otherwise, I think Benji Rice was gone.
That's a pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 14-yard line. Jeff on the move, looking for the first points of this game. Thomas out of the gun, Rice to his left, 2 wide receivers to either side. Thomas hands it off to Rice, straight ahead, breaks through into the end zone, touchdown Jeffersonville. About 14 yards, Benji Rice able to take it in for the first points of the game.
Yeah, 93-yard, was that a 93-yard drive for Jeff?
91 yards.
91-yard drive, wow. And they overcame a really big mistake, that 15-yard penalty. So to overcome that mistake, it's a 91-yard drive plus 15 yards.
And now Max Schoonover on to attempt the extra point. I believe it's Braylon Gray to hold it. Schoonover had a 26-yard field goal last week for Jeff. Their only points in their loss to Bloomington North. Not a great snap, but Gray able to get it down. Kick is good. And with 5:34 left in the first half, 7-0 Jeffersonville in front. We'll take a break. We're back with more after this on Glycott.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Well, by my count, an 11-play drive that covered 91 yards for Jeffersonville. They cash it in on the 14-yard Benji Rice run, and Jeff now with a 7-0 lead. 5:34 left in the first half, and now big drive coming up here for New Albany.
Well, New Albany, on that last touchdown play, New Albany stunted their linebackers. One of them got in and had a hold of his jersey. But, I mean, Benji Rice is a powerful runner.
Goodness.
One hand holding a jersey is not going to stop him. But that's the problem when you blitz your linebackers. You need to make a play, because if they get past that initial line of scrimmage, there's no one back there. You know, you can't rely on your safety to come up and make a play on Benji.
He's been very impressive so far tonight. As Schoonover to kick it away for Jeff. Even as Kaiser and Long deep to return for New Albany. And it's a short kick, and now whistles as soon as it happened. Flag down, and I think we're going to get an offsides here, it looks like. Yeah, a false start against Jeff, and they'll back him up 5 yards.
How do you get a false start on the kick?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's saying something. I don't think I have either. So instead of from the 40, they'll have to back up and kick it from the 35.
That was, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, somebody just got a little bit ahead of the kicker. It might work out for the best. I don't know if it was because the whistle was blown, but it was a really short kick.
I think he wanted it to be a short kick. I think he was just trying to pooch a kick over to about the 30-yard line, get it over the third line of New Albany return man. We're seeing that a lot now, where kickers just kind of do a 9-iron shot. And if they put their correct spin on the ball, that ball hit and kick back towards them.
See if they look to do the same thing here. And here we go. Schoonover tries it again. And he does. Kick it short. Lands at the 40, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, that was not the best kicking exhibition I've seen for a while.
Wow, after the false start penalty, a kick out of bounds. So New Albany's going to have
great field position.
Yeah, and what could be a key drive. The Bulldogs will get it at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah. We've also seen some really bad kickoffs this year from a lot of different teams. Sometimes you can outthink yourself, you can outcoach yourself, you can outsmart yourself. You know, kick it, just kick it. You know, you got 10 guys going down the field to cover. Just kick the ball.
Yeah, it seems like a gamble here.
Yeah, just kick the ball.
To give them a shot in a short field.
Yeah.
Mayfield, the quarterback. It'll be R.J. Long to line up in the backfield with him to his right. Bunch near to the left side, a couple of wideouts. Now one of them in motion. They hand off to Long, running left, cuts it up. A nice cut there. Wrapped up from behind, stays on his feet, finally spun down at about the 37-yard line. A pickup of 3 yards.
Yeah. New Albany ran a little counter play to give the ball to Long and fake it to the back, hoping that the linebackers will go with that fake. Coach up in the press box is watching to see how does Jeff play that fake. Because the next time it might be.
Second and 7, they give it to Long, explodes up the right side, bump down near midfield, and he's going to be very close, and they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, good play by Coach Kulie on that. By running that man in motion, Jeff widened their defensive end, and when he widened out, New Albany ran the ball right in his voided area.
I believe it was Darian Eulis that knocked him down. It's 1st and 10, New Albany at the Jeff 49. Handoff to Long, running right. A flag comes in, bounces off a tackler, doesn't have anywhere to go, races left, loses the ball, and it's still running loose. It is still loose. It's still loose. Somebody can get it.
Somebody fall on it.
A pile up, and I think Jeff was able to come up with it.
Just fall on it.
There was a flag at the right of the start of the play.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a signal here. Jeff thinks they have it.
Yeah, I think it was a procedure penalty. That was a wild play, wasn't it?
It sure was.
Holy cow.
Hot potato.
Hot potato and the greased pig. Nobody wanted to grab that ball.
Penalty is declined, and well, the signal is
Jeff Ball at the 22.
Well, they just signaled toward New Albany's way, but it should be Jeff Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they point the other way. So Jeff will take over at the New Albany 22-yard line.
So New Albany had a procedure penalty. That's what the penalty for New Albany was.
I believe it was Michael Hockersmith that ended up falling on it at the end there for Jeff.
I think 5 Jeff players tried to pick that ball up, and no one could.
Had a chance to maybe score a touchdown. It was Trey Martin that was trying to pick it up initially, but just could not quite corral that thing.
All right, this is an important series for New Albany's defense.
Here's Thomas out of the gun on 1st and 10, fakes a handoff, throws, and no one really around that one. And
I don't know if the ball was tipped. If that was supposed to be an RPO, if it was going to be an RPO, thank goodness it was tipped because New Albany player was in a position to intercept that ball.
Yeah, so an incompletion, and that brings up 2nd and 10. That might be his first incompletion of the game.
I think so.
2nd and 10 from the New Albany 22.
Again, big series for New Albany to hold them.
Williams, the running back, to the left. And Jeff gets the ball after halftime as well, deferred to start. Thomas looks to throw, steps up, he tucks it, he's going to run. Has the 15 and slides down right there, gets to the 15-yard line. And there's a flag that came in at about the 18. We'll check the penalty. And it is a hold against Jeffersonville. Negates a nice pickup there for Thomas.
But yeah, that's an interesting holding call by that head linesman. It had to be the tight end or the tackle on that side. Normally, the holding penalties come from the umpire because he's watching in that interior line for the holding penalties.
That's going to back him up, make it 2nd and 20 from back at the 32-yard line of New Albany. Jeff has had to try to overcome some penalties in this game. Quick snap and throw out to Roe McBroom on the right side. Stops on a dime, now cuts back to the outside. A flag comes in as he's driven down at about the 28.
I think they're going to get a block in the back on Jeffersonville, which is one of the dangers of that particular play when you get the blockers coming in and a defender turns his back because he's going to make a tackle.
Yeah, that's exactly the call. You're on that. It's going to be 3rd and
a bunch.
Maybe Seymour here coming up for Jeff.
Well, New Albany's defense hasn't done much. Jeff is the one who stopped Jeff right now.
Yeah, the penalties killer. They're backed up to the 38-yard line now.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 2nd and 35. Well, not quite that long, but 2nd and 25 at least.
2nd and Seymour, I like that.
Yeah, we'll work with that. From the 38, Williams to the right of Thomas, who lines up in a shotgun. And the snap goes way over the head of Thomas, and a scramble on for the ball. Sliding after it, it is Thomas battling, and it's recovered by New Albany. It looks like Roy Schaefer was able to dive on it and outfight Thomas, and a huge turnover, the 2nd of the game for Jeffersonville.
that Nick, I hate to say it, that might be the worst series of plays I might have ever seen. You're on the 12-yard line, and you end up giving the ball to the other team on your 33.
Absolutely incredible. The penalties and then the bad snap, and now New Albany down 7-0, goes to work.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Jeff 33 with 4:05 left in the first half.
And New Albany's got to feel really good about what just happened.
Maybe take a shot here. Mayfield hands it off to Chambers running right, sheds the first tackler, drugged down as he gets outside the hash. There's a flag down on this play. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Face mask against Jeff.
Yeah, face mask is the preliminary signal there from I judge coming in. And it is a face mask against Jeffersonville. Another crucial Red Devil penalty. That's going to be a first down for New Albany.
So Jeff has now had 45 yards of penalties in 4 plays.
That's exactly right.
45,
and a fumble.
Yeah. 45 yards of penalties and a 20-yard fumble.
The one play there wasn't a penalty was the fumble. So it's 1st and 10. They mark it at the New Albany 28-yard line. A little trickery here as they run it up the middle of the field, and stumbling down, diving ahead is Carter Rice. He took it from long. A little trickery from New Albany, and they have it down to the 15 after a pickup of 14 yards.
Yeah, nice reverse. A really nice reverse play on New Albany's part. Getting Jeff overplaying the sweep. Nobody's containing on the backside, and it's a wide open reverse play.
Freshman Carter Rice, they mark it at the 13, 1st and 10. Here's Long, bouncing to the outside, still getting to the edge, turns the corner and runs down near the inside the 10. They'll mark him out at the 8. A nice pickup there of 5 yards, and there's a Jeff player down over on the far side, so we'll step away for a break. Back with more after this on Glycott.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics on Glycod. It was Dominique Patterson, it appeared, the freshman, the injured Jeff player. He is up and kind of limping over on the far sideline. Hopefully he's all right. 7-0 Jeffersonville, but New Albany driving. 2nd and 5 coming up from the Jeff 8-yard line here with 3:31 left in the first half.
Yeah, New Albany's got something going here now. Plus they got some confidence going right now. So very important for them to get in the end zone.
So here we go. Big opportunity for the Bulldogs. Mayfield out of the gun, hands it off to Chambers, trying to pick his way up the middle, diving ahead to the 5-yard line. Chambers gets 3. It'll be 3rd and short coming up for New Albany from the 5. Solid pickup for Jamal Chambers. And now the Bulldogs with the clock running. Thinking probably 4-down territory here if they don't pick it up.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Mayfield, little pitch to Chambers, right side, into the end zone. Touchdown, New Albany.
Yeah, a nifty little play where Chambers just stands there. Jeff just disregards him because he's not doing anything. And then the quarterback sprints towards him, does a little shovel pass for a touchdown. Neat play.
Jamal Chambers from 5 yards out, and now an extra point away from tying it here with under 3 minutes left in the first half, as Carter Thompson is on to attempt the extra point. The junior, 2 of 3 in extra points last week at Silver Creek. Good holds, kick is good, and with 2:56 left in the first half, we are tied at 7 here at New Albany.
Well, that was a very important defensive series that Jeff gave up to New Albany, and then a very important offensive series for New Albany to take it and score. Ran several really nice plays and really kept Jeff's defense off balance with the reverse play, and then especially that last little shovel pass they ran.
Quick little 4-play drive for 33 yards. Chambers takes it in from 5 yards out, and now tied at 7 with 2:56 left in the first half. Bulldogs come into the game a 12-game losing streak back to last year. And man, they probably would not have a sweeter way to end that run than against their rival here tonight.
Yeah, 12-game losing streak that's tough for the kids, tough for the coaches, tough for the coaches' wives and girlfriends. Nobody is happy about that.
Now Thompson boots it away for New Albany. Benji Rice and Tyus McConchy deep to return for Jeffersonville. A couple of turnovers committed by the Devils here tonight, and New Albany able to take advantage this time and punch it in.
Yeah, that last series was about as bad a series as you can imagine. 2 15-yard penalties, a 10-yard penalty, and a snap over the quarterback's head.
Thompson boots it away, And it will be McConchy to field it at the 10. Runs ahead up the left side of the 20, sheds a tackler, bounces out of the 25, cuts it up at the 30, along the numbers 45, 50, shoved ahead and finally out of bounds in New Albany territory. Tyus McConchy with a big play for Jeffersonville, a huge return to set up the Red Devils in plus territory.
I thought he was tackled on the 20-yard line. He made a nice move and a great return man.
They're going to mark this at the 39 of New Albany.
So, let's see what New Albany's defense can dial up this time.
And we'll see if Jeff's offense can kind of get things back on the rails here.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. They were really off the rails in that last series.
1st and 10 from the New Albany 39. Cordell Thomas out of the shotgun. I believe it's Benji Rice to his left, and now a flag comes in before the snap, and we get an offsides against New Albany.
The right defensive tackle, can't see his number. That was Chambers, actually, a good running back. He's outside linebacker. In this time, he was playing defensive end.
So we'll make it a 1st and 5 here for Jeffersonville. Thomas out of the gun. 2 wideouts left, 1 to the right. High snap, able to bring it in, hands it away to Rice, sheds the first tackler, but more black jersey there, keeps the legs driving, backs his way down to the 31 is where they're going to mark him. A tough 3-yard run there for Benji Rice.
Yeah, he turned a no-gainer into a 3-yarder. So we got 2nd and...
about 2.
Yeah, long 2.
Marking at about the 31. No hurry here. Jeff has all 3 of its timeouts left. New Albany with 2. 2:10 left in the first half. Tied at 7. Thomas out of the gun. Williams, believe it's Williams in the backfield to his left. Romick Broom into motion. High snap again. It's bouncing. Thomas picks it up, but is slung down back at the 45-yard line. It was Chambers that was able to break through and take him down after the botch snap. Well, that's becoming an issue here for Jeff as they're backed up to the New Albany 46.
That is a real issue, and that is costing them lots of field position and a lot of yardage.
So 3rd and long, and they're going to let the clock move with 1.5 minutes left and ticking. Kind of in that in-between position now. Jeff gets the ball out of halftime. So
yeah, see, New Albany should be calling timeout now. They should have called timeout immediately because you've let them run 25 seconds off the clock that you might need to go down and score.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a weird position there as a coach. Jeff knows they're getting the ball stuck in a 3rd and long, so maybe not wanting to call timeout. New Albany not unhappy to be in this game tied at 7, maybe not wanting to call timeout to leave any additional time for Jeff.
Well, but I want to leave additional time for me.
Sure.
And I can't worry about what Jeff's going to do. What I'm going to worry about is my defense stopping them right now. I call timeout, and I get the clock back. I would get the ball back with 1:40 left on the clock and a timeout. So
we'll see what happens here on a 3rd and 16 coming up.
I have to rely on my defense making the play. But I'm really, if I'm the Jeff coach right now, I am so concerned about my center and the quarterback.
They don't do really anything from under center either, so you're very dependent on being able to snap it well.
And that's not an easy thing. A shotgun center is not an easy thing to do.
Rice lines up to the right. Thomas has the snap, fakes to Rice, throws left, little screen, middle of the field. First tackler missed. That is Braylon Gray that is able to stay on his feet to the 45, but driven back from there. Oh, and a flag. A little jawing, a little extracurricular there, and we'll see which way this goes.
And that's what we just talked about in the pregame. Keep your cool. Don't lose your cool. You're going to cost your team 15 yards.
2 flags down. If it's against New Albany, that's huge because it would give Jeff a first down still with 53 seconds and 2 timeouts left. Obviously, if it's against Jeff, or maybe they're offsetting, we'll see what the call is. Personal foul against Jeffersonville, personal foul against New Albany, so they're going to offset. So it's going to be 4th down from the 45. And we'll see if this is a spot where New Albany would take a timeout. With 53 seconds left in the half, it is 4th down.
Well, the clock is stopped now. We'll start on the snap. I don't think anybody called timeout. It's just
it starts
after
on the snap.
The penalty.
Okay.
It'll start at the snap. So it does play into New Albany's hands because they do have 2 timeouts left and 53 seconds.
So it'll be Max Schoonover on to punt it away for Jeff. I believe it is Jamal Chambers deep to return for New Albany.
Number 2, I think, is back here.
Oh, maybe so.
That's Cannon. George Cannon.
There is the punt. It is fielded by Cannon. Runs left. Trying to get to the 15. It is spun down back there for Jeff. It was Stephen Lucas that made the play. And he kind of had some words for Cannon after he slung him down, and that draws a flag.
Yep. Jeffersonville's coming unraveled here, and it's a shame to see, but they really are coming unraveled.
Yeah, that's going to be a personal foul
against New Albany.
Against New Albany.
Wow.
That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Just the way that looked at the end, I thought it was going to go against Jeff, but they signal against New Albany. So it's going to back him up.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt him half the distance, so you know what now, as the coach, you just say, okay, 43 seconds, let's run it out. We'll go in at halftime tied. I'm not going to do anything to endanger my lead right now.
So it'll be back at their own 8, 1st and 10 here with 43 seconds and 2 timeouts left. Mayfield out of the pistol. Chambers lines up behind him. Hand off to Chambers, has a little room up the middle, barrels across the 10, falls forward still on his feet across the 15. He's still going, and now a late flag comes in at the 20-yard line.
And see, Nick, to me, the referee should have blown that play dead.
That's right.
That should have been blown dead, and they allowed that to become a penalty now.
Well,
and that's on the referees.
Yeah, and we'll see what the call is, but if he couldn't be calling anything late when you let the play keep going. It's going to be a personal foul against Jeff.
See, that's the referees need to stop those plays. That play was stopped.
Yeah.
All you got is 11 guys in a mosh pit. That needs to stop. You need to blow the whistle and stop the play.
That's a really tough break for the Red Devils, and now New Albany gets it out of the 35, 1st and 10. Basically because they just let the play keep going.
And the guy was stopped.
So 30 seconds left. Clock stopped on the penalty. Mayfield the snap, hands it ahead to Chambers, races across the 40, brought down at about the 43. Timeout immediately taken by Steve Kulie and New Albany. So Chambers with a nice 1st down pickup. It'll be 2nd and short. 25 seconds left in the half. The Bulldogs down to 1 timeout. Devils still with 2. Tied at 7. And New Albany keeping it on the ground, as you said, not wanting to do anything to endanger where they are right now.
Well, now they're in a position where maybe I'm thinking I might take a couple shots right now. 2nd
and short as well.
And you know, part of my coaching is maybe I can hope Jeff is going to do something unsportsmanlike again.
That's kind of been the way of things.
Yeah, but I'm really I see that so often now where it just is like a rugby scrum, and the referees let it go, and they just someone's going to get hurt, and that's not football. That's
to Chambers' credit, was still powering forward to try to pick up yards, but either you let it go or you blow it dead, but I don't know how you could throw a flag there.
Right.
Out of the gun, Mayfield throws left, pass complete, and an immediate hit. It was Carter Rice on the catch, and he was hammered immediately.
Oh, that was quite a play.
I believe it was Tyus McConchie that made the tackle right on the stick, and it is, we get it. A whistle and a timeout here. It's a first down for New Albany, and the Bulldogs take a timeout with 4 seconds left in the half.
It's interesting. I don't know if you hear the fans all yelling, call it. That was a great football play.
It was.
I mean, that's what you want. He just made a heck of a tackle.
Hard hit right
yeah,
there.
Hard hit.
You can't do it anymore to form than that.
He doesn't have a flag. You don't reach and try to take his flag out of his back pocket. It's a tackle football.
And it was a great job by Rice to hang on to that ball.
Yeah, it was a good football play on both. Actually, it was a good pass too.
It was. So now 4 seconds, and how risky do you get here? Do you try to take a shot deep down the field?
It's not going to hurt you. 4 seconds. Throw it deep. Run your Hail Mary.
See if that's what New Albany looks to do right here. Try to make something huge happen going into the half. Again, Jeffersonville gets the ball to start the second half after deferring on the opening kickoff.
Okay.
So now Mayfield, the freshman, works out of the gun. Chambers in the backfield to his right. And now immediately after they start the play clock, Jeffersonville takes a timeout, making sure they've got things set on defense. So Jeff with 1 timeout left.
Jeff wants to see what was New Albany coming out to do. What formation did they have? We need to adjust our defense according to what New Albany's. Now, that doesn't mean New Albany won't change everything.
Yeah, that's right. That cat and mouse, that chess match.
Yeah. That was one of the things I loved about coaching is what you just said. I love the chess match. I love being able to move my pieces around to get an advantage over your pieces. That was so much fun in coaching.
Like, what do they think that I think I'm going to do?
Does he know what I know? Does he think I know what I know?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's always a fascinating part of it.
So, 2 things. Number 1, I can run 4 verticals down the field. Number 2, I can run a bunch and run 3 guys down there and just fire it up. Or I could run a hook and ladder. I can run a short hook pass and lateral it to a receiver coming underneath. It looks like they're going to run a bunch play here.
Here we go.
Nope.
Hands it to Chambers, running up the left side, gets across midfield, down to about the 45-yard line, driven back there. And that's how the first half will come to an end. There is a New Albany player down, unfortunately, on this last play. Caden Ross, the offensive lineman, the junior, is down, and they're looking at him right now, and hopefully he's all right. We've reached halftime here at New Albany, and the Rivals all tied up in the half, tied at 7 here from Burkefield. We'll take a break. Our halftime report coming up next. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
Well, welcome into our Priority Radiology halftime report back here at Burke Field at New Albany High School. At the half, the Bulldogs and the rival Jeffersonville Red Devils tied at 7. By the way, Caden Ross helped off the field during the break. Wasn't putting a lot of pressure. It looked like on his left leg, was kind of hopping off on one leg, the offensive lineman for New Albany. We certainly hope he's all right. Along with the coach, Jim Kazmarek, I'm Nick Curran. Kevin Maldonado, our producer tonight. And, well, what a first half. New Albany able to take advantage of some Jeff miscues to keep this game tight, and a couple of Jeffersonville turnovers. And we have a game here at halftime.
I'm looking at my keys to the game. And this is a big rivalry game. Keep your cool. Don't allow any big penalties.
That's right.
That was number 3 on the list. Maybe that should have been number 1 on the list, because Jeffersonville had some big penalties. They lost their cool. They had some terrible turnovers where the center snap went clearly over the quarterback's head. And the quarterback's not a big guy anyways. The quarterback for Jeff, Cordell Thomas, is only 5'6". So when the snap goes to 6'3", he doesn't have a very good chance to get it. So there's a lot of things that Jeff needs to clean up. And the first thing, as I'm the Jeff coach, is I got to clean up our attitude right now. We cannot have this. We can't have that kind of attitude where we're going to get 15-yard penalties. Stop it. Don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah, that has certainly been a big thing so far here tonight. The scoring, it was for Jeffersonville. Benji Rice scored on a 14-yard run in the first quarter, and with a nearly half, or just past the halfway mark of the first quarter, to put them up 7-0. On the other side for New Albany, Jamal Chambers from 5 yards out with about 4 minutes left in the first half, or less than that, about 2:45 left in the first half, tied the game at 7. That's been the only scoring. 1 turnover committed by New Albany, 2 committed by Jeff, including the interception at the end of a 13-play drive, the first drive of the game for Jeff, as New Albany got the ball to start the game. They were on the move deep into New Albany territory, and New Albany's Cunningham made the interception to Sean Cunningham, and that was a key play. It really set the tone for everything. It looked like Jeff might be going in to score instead of turnover, and things kind of went from there.
Well, Jeff had 2 other opportunities, and maybe even 3, because I'm not sure the crazy play at the end with the 40 yards of penalties and the bad snap. But Jeff really had 3 opportunities to put this game away. really could be 28-0 right now in Jeff's favor. So again, if I'm the Jeff coach, I've got to tell my players, we can't let this happen. We can't have these mistakes. We can't have the penalties, and we've got to clean up everything we're going to do to win this game in the second half.
We'll see what happens in half number 2. Let's take a look at some other scores. Our scoreboard presented by Cole's Body Shop. They'll make it like new. Providence at home tonight, late in the second quarter in that game. Providence leading Cecina out of Indianapolis 20-7. At Floyd Central late in the second quarter. Floyd Central leading Bedford North Lawrence 24-16. And at the half at Corydon Central, Charlestown leading Corydon Central 13-10. So that'll look at some of the other scores here in the Southern Indiana area, around the area tonight.
Coach Daniel at Charlestown, the new coach there, has done, I think, a magnificent job turning that program around in a short period of time. This is only his first year, so he has done a really good job. Coach McDaniel at Providence continues to build that program into one of the top single-A programs in the state, and maybe one of the top programs in our metro area here.
They really have become a powerhouse.
And Floyd Central has become the dominant team in the Hoosier Hills Conference now.
In this league. And Hoosier Hills Conference battle right now. New Albany and Jeff tied at 7. We'll take a break. More of our halftime report coming up next. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
For a quote, contact American Family Insurance Agent Mark Stevens today.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong, and it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Halftime here at New Albany. The Bulldogs and the Jeff Red Devils tied at 7. And Coach Kaz, you talked about kind of revisited the keys earlier, but what are you looking for out of each of these teams coming up in the second half?
Well, I'm looking for Jeff to clean up things. We've already talked about that.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for New Albany. Just keep running the football. You're doing a great job running. It'll open up a pass or two for you, but just keep running the ball and dominating the line of scrimmage. You're doing a great job with that. Chambers is running really hard tonight, harder than I've seen him run in the other two games. He's doing a really good job. Feed the man the ball. You know, the ball's not heavy. He can carry it a lot. He doesn't belong to a union. So, give him the ball 30 times. Let him get 150 yards rushing. You'll win the game.
He might be on his way to that. He was all over the place, certainly in that first half. And you said it, run the ball for New Albany, and they were effective enough in the first half.
And it will open up some of your passing game. And it doesn't have to be great long passes. A little RPO, dump it off, some of that arc motion, throw it out to the side. You can do all those things because you get the defense so concerned about stopping your running game that they start bunching, and it opens up your wide stuff.
We'll see if New Albany can try to take advantage of some of that coming up in half number 2. Halftime here from Burke Field. The Bulldogs and the Red Devils are tied at 7. We'll take a break. We'll get set for the second half. Jeff gets the ball to begin half number 2. That's coming up next. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central.
Welcome back to New Albany, 7-7. The New Albany Bulldogs and the Jeff Red Devils tied up here. And let's take a look at that scoring summary from the first half. Look at tonight's first half scorings presented by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. And, well, not a ton of scoring so far. We talked about it. It was Benji Rice with a 14-yard run for Jeff about midway through the opening quarter. And then it was Jamal Chambers, who's been great in the backfield for New Albany tonight. He took it in from 5 yards out with just under 3 minutes left in the second quarter off of the Jeff turnover. That tied the game at 7, and that's where we are here at halftime. Our scoring summary presented by German American Bank. And now getting ready to get going in the second half. Mentioned it, New Albany looking for its first win of the year, coming in at 0-6 on a 12-game losing streak. Jeff's lost 2 in a row, entering this game at 2-4. We talked about the rivalry, and you mentioned it earlier, but big game in the seasons of both teams. Right. And certainly you mentioned could make a season by winning this game because of the rivalry, but really two teams that are kind of looking for a turnaround, and a win tonight would be huge in that regard too.
Well, the way things are going right now, this plays right into New Albany's hands. But the low scoring, running the ball, New Albany can't win a high scoring game, but they can win a 14-7 or 14-13 or 21-14 game. They can win those kind of games. So this plays right into New Albany's hands.
New Albany averaging about 11 points a game coming in. Jeff averaging about 14 points a game. So neither team has necessarily been a high-scoring offense, although the Jeff number is a little more deceiving. They've got some individual point totals that have been pretty high in games. Maybe New Albany not quite as much, but yeah, we'll see which team is able to put enough points on the board here in the second half. And I would imagine pretty big opening drive for Jeff to try to set the tone and try to expel some of those memories of the penalties and the turnovers from that first half. And we'll be keeping an eye, obviously, on the exchange between quarterback and center as well.
You know what, one of the things when I was Coach Washington before we went in the locker room, and I take my center and my quarterback with a football out in the parking lot, and you need to practice that. We need to get that fixed real quick because we can't run our offense when the ball is 20 yards behind the quarterback. So that has to be fixed. But that is such a hard thing, that shotgun snap between your legs, and you can't look because you've got to block.
Right.
And so when you had the quarterback under center with his hands under the center, the center could actually keep his head up. He knew where the quarterback was going to be. He could snap the ball and step at the same time and make a block. With that shotgun snap, the center's got his head up. He knows where he's supposed to go, but he can't step until that ball is gone. And that makes his job that much tougher. And to me, it makes that position, that center position, so much more important because that's a tough thing to do.
You know that better than anyone.
Yes.
And,
I was a center.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's not, it's going more and more to not having anyone under center. It's all these, backed up sort of shotgun style snaps.
Yeah, and it's an interesting thing. It's football, like everything else, is cyclical. And what we're seeing now are things that were run back in the 40s and 50s. And then when they put the quarterback under center, that was revolutionary.
That's right.
And then because it worked, everybody did it. So for the next 20 years, everybody had the quarterback under center until somebody decided, let's try this shotgun stuff again. And it worked. And now everybody's doing this. So if you see a quarterback under center, it's like a dinosaur. Like, where is this coming from?
It really is.
It's like seeing a tight end and a fullback in a game.
That's right. They'll be back eventually, too.
Yes, they will.
Someone will figure that out.
That's not a lost position. Those aren't lost positions.
It'll be Jeff to receive to start the half. Tyus McConkey back there. Looked like Dominic Patterson joining him back to return it. And for New Albany, Carter Thompson will kick it away. 7-7 game as we get set for the start of half number 2.
Last time Jeff returned a kick, they had a long kick return. So let's see how New Albany covers this kickoff.
Yeah, McConkey had that big return into New Albany territory.
The guy with the pink shoes, pink socks.
And we get a penalty on the kick again.
Yeah, where you go. New Albany's offside.
We saw that out of Jeff earlier, and now New Albany does it.
Yeah, we did. He was clearly offside, by the way.
Oh, we've seen that twice in this game.
Yeah.
So now New Albany kicks from the 35, and Jeff licking its chops for some good field position to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I think if I was the Jeff return man and I was Jeff's coach, I'd tell those two deep guys, you need to move up a little bit more. Move up, move up, move up. He's not going to kick it that deep.
See if they try to keep it away from McConkey here, who burned him on the big return on the other kickoff. Thompson boots it away. They kick it toward McConkey, but it's out of bounds. It's the second time we've seen that tonight as well.
That goes to the 40-yard line.
So we've seen two, technically, penalties here before a second is ticked off the clock here in the third quarter.
Well, I guess they do bring it to the 35. The kick did go past.
That's right.
Nope, they're going to put it on the 40. That's where it belongs.
Yeah, the 40-yard line,
Because of the penalty.
So Jeff first and 10 from its own 40-yard line.
See what Jeff cooked up at halftime now.
So Cordell Thomas, the junior quarterback.
Benji Rice, junior running back. He's a really outstanding player. Darian Williams, good running back. He's only a sophomore.
Rice had a big first half. had that 14-yard touchdown run. And they flank Thomas in the backfield. Rice left, Rice right rather. Williams to the left. Rice motions out. The handoff goes to Williams.
Ooh.
Straight ahead, nothing there.
Ooh.
Falls forward across the 40. May have gotten a half yard.
Well, three of the Jeff linemen were downfield, and three of the New Albany defenders were in the Jeff backfield. Something didn't happen there that should have happened.
So they'll give them officially a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line. Same formation from Jeffersonville, a wide receiver to each side. Thomas fakes the handoff to Rice, throws over the middle, and the pass complete to the tight end, Tristan Newby. His second catch of the night is into New Albany territory for a first down.
Really, really nice RPO where the quarterback fakes into the line, running back. The linebackers have to respect that. So they come up to respect that run. Quarterback pulls it, and the tight end is wide open. That was a nice catch, too, by Tristan Newby.
Yeah, beautifully
He's a big kid, too, 6'2", 230, a sophomore.
1st and 10, Jeff from the New Albany 49-yard line. They keep both running backs in the backfield along with Thomas. Hands it off to Rice, running left, gets a block, bangs his way to the 45, driven out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. He'll have around 6 yards there, a nice first down run.
That's a good first down run. That keeps Jeff in good position. 2nd and 4 is very, very doable. That's where you want to be as a coach. It's going to give you some options on what to do on 2nd down. You want to throw it a little bit. You want to try to go long a little bit, fake a run and throw a pass. Or just go for it and play conservative.
Yeah. They keep both running backs back there with Thomas. And now Williams motions out. Handoff straight ahead to Rice. Falls forward to the 41. Got hit immediately.
Yeah.
Nice push from the New Albany defense. And he's going to be short by a couple of yards of the first down.
Well, and the idea for that is that running back, the arc motion, the linebackers are supposed to run with that. Jeff's going to have to do something with that to make the linebackers run with that. And the next thing they have to do is they have to do some blocking in the offensive line. That was very poor blocking on Jeff's part.
3rd and 3 from the 42. Thomas, the snap, flips it out to Rice, runs into a couple of tacklers to the 40. He's brought down a yard shy
short
of the first down.
Yep, a yard short. That could have actually been an offensive pass interference because the block, he caught that ball beyond the line of scrimmage, and there was an offensive blocker making a block in front of him, so it could have easily been offensive pass interference.
So here we go, 4th and 1 from the New Albany 40. Williams motions out, handoff to Rice, straight ahead, has the first down, powers his way inside the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. They keep it with Benji Rice, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that was a lot of Benji Rice and not a lot of blocking in the line. But Benji Rice is a tough runner. Sometimes the good runners really don't need a lot of blockers just get in the way of a really good running back.
He's been a little banged up this year, but looks pretty darn healthy tonight.
Yeah, 6 foot, 199 pounder, and he's only a junior.
1st and 10 from the 32. Thomas out of the gun, drops the snap,
again.
Picks it up, throws down the
Intercepted.
field. It is incomplete. Was looking for Braylon Gray. J-Ron Kidd almost had the interception.
Yeah, that was easy pickings for the safeties. One of those two safeties, Cunningham or Kidd, should have been able to pick that off. And Cordell Thomas should have never thrown that ball.
Boy, there's been a couple of times where he's gotten a friendly bounce. That ball can bounce any direction.
Yeah.
It's bounced right back to him a couple of times
tonight.
It's
the same issue they had at the end of the first half. They're dealing with some really questionable snaps here.
Well, it'll be 2nd and 10 from the New Albany 32. Here is Thomas again out of the gun. High snap, able to bring that one in, hands it to Rice. Running left, got nothing. Brought down, that time it was Jamal Chambers who brought him down to the backfield.
Yeah, he is a good football player, plays both ways, running back and defense. And normally you don't want your running back to play that position on defense. He does a lot of ball carrying. He's using a lot of energy playing offense. So, but he's a warrior. He wants to play, so he's playing both ways.
Couple of powerful guys going at it right there.
Yeah.
It's a loss of 3. 3rd and 13, Jeff, from the New Albany 35. Thomas out of the gun. Williams lined up to his right. 3 wideouts to the right. Thomas rolling out under some pressure. Throws to the right side. Pass tipped and caught. There's a flag down. Pass was caught by Newby after it was deflected. We'll check the flag.
Holding on somebody.
Wow. Almost intercepted. It ends up being caught by Newby for a first down.
That's going to be holding on Jeff, it looks like. They're walking back.
Which would negate a huge play.
Yeah, holding. So many mistakes. Jeffersonville is making so many mistakes.
So a fortuitous bounce off the hands, but instead the hold will bring it back.
As an old offensive line coach, when you see this, what it indicates are the players, the offensive linemen, they're not moving their feet. And because they stop moving their feet and the defender gets away from them, they reach out and grab them. If they'd learn to move their feet, they would move their feet and stay in front of that defender, and they won't have to reach out and grab them. The key to being a good offensive lineman is you've got to move your feet.
So now it's 3rd and 23 from the 45 of New Albany. Thomas hands it off to Williams, running left, gets through a tackle, still on his feet inside the 30.
Holy
barrels
cow,
ahead
what a run.
inside the 25, down near the 23.
Could be.
He's going to have the first down.
Wow, that was a great run. They give it to him or not?
Or maybe not. I thought where he came down initially, he was going to have it, but they're marking him back at the 28.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's going to be 4th and short, but certainly sets him up to be able to go for it. I thought he was down further.
Oh, yeah, I did too. I thought he was. All right, come on. You got 9 seconds.
I beg your pardon, they mark it at the 23, so it's right near the marker. It's 4th and inches.
You got to run a play, Coach. 3, 2, 1, timeout.
They say he got it off. Passes out to Roe McBroom. Zigzags his way to the outside, down the sideline, into the end zone. Touchdown, Jeffersonville.
Wow. Wow, that was I can see why Nathan Roe McBroom is a outstanding player. Now, I really believe that the play clock ran out.
I think you're right. It was very close, but it hit 0. I guess there's got to be a little bit of a tick for
the referee to blow his whistle.
That's right. But it goes as a 23-yard pass from Cordell Thomas to Nation Roe McBroom for the Jeff touchdown.
Blow the whistle.
Didn't quite happen.
No, he didn't.
And a heck of an effort from Jeff. A little bit of chaos there with the play clock running down, able to get the touchdown.
Yeah.
Max Schoonover on to attempt the extra point.
Cordell Thomas had a nice pass there, too.
It is up and good. So with 7:39 left in the first quarter, Jeffersonville back on top, leading New Albany 14-7. We'll step away for a break. Back with more after this on Glycod.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
14-7 Jeffersonville after the 23-yard pass from Cordell Thomas to Nation Roe McBroom, the Trinity transfer. And now New Albany with a big drive coming up, its first possession of the second half.
So see what kind of action we can get on this kickoff.
There's been some on these kickoffs tonight. It's going to be Schoonover to kick it away for Jeff. RJ Long, and it'll be Clay Kaiser back there to return for New Albany. Well, Jeff able to overcome a crucial penalty on that drive as well to pick up the first down. Darian Williams had the big run to keep that drive alive on 3rd and long. got it to 4th and short, and they end up scoring a touchdown on the play. A 4th down play, and Jeff in front. Here's the kick from Schoonover. It's another short one. It is fielded at the 30, and going to try to return it. Bumped down at about the 34-yard line. That was Braden Kuiper on the return, the up man, the sophomore, able to pick up a couple of yards and decent field position here for New Albany.
Well, Jeff must have seen something in the New Albany return games that I have not seen, and they don't want to kick the ball deep. I guess Kaiser did have a nice return last week against Silver Creek, so maybe that's what they're seeing, and that's what they're afraid of. But they're giving New Albany really nice field position.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from their own 34. Now down 7:34 left in the third quarter. The freshman quarterback Grady Mayfield back onto the field. Jamal Chambers, who had a big first half, lines up to his left in the shotgun. Bunch formation. They hand it to Chambers, running out to the right, nothing there. Driven down to the backfield, and a flag comes in.
Another
on
flag.
The tackle.
Another flag.
Starting to see quite a few penalties.
What I saw was possibly a face mask penalty, but no, it's going to be holding against New Albany.
Holding against New Albany, yeah. And this might be declined here. We'll see.
Yeah, well, no, 1st and 20.
Yeah, they lost 4 yards on the play, driving Chambers down to the backfield. Well, you get a personal foul and a face mask against New Albany. So maybe multiple flags. We'll see. Now they're checking with Coach Washington over there on the Jeff sideline to decide what they want to do.
It'll be interesting if we have a dead ball and a live ball foul. That's really would really hurt. The 10 yards.
They're gonna march it off. So it's a face mask against New Albany. That's the only penalty. So that moves them back 15.
A lot of, again, our keys, all our keys. Mistakes, fumbles.
Yeah.
Mistakes, fumbles, bad plays.
So it's going to be 1st and forever back in the 15-yard line. Mayfield rolling out to the left. He throws. It's underneath. It's caught at the 20. Tackled immediately. Camden Kuiper made the catch and brought down quickly. That's some of the yardage back. Brings up 2nd down and long. Second, about 22 from the 22-yard line.
It looks like he's going to roll. He's going to come roll right. Let's see if the Jeff. Yeah,
Mayfield does roll right, gets a block, throws. It's incomplete. Off the hands of Kuiper, who made the catch on the last play, trying to go back to him to the near side. This time he had a little room if he could have caught that, but couldn't haul it in.
He did. And let me tell you, that was very close to being intercepted because he fumbled that ball a little bit, and he fumbled it. And if Jeff Player would have been a little bit quicker on the reaction, it would have been an interception and probably a touchdown.
Yeah, very close to the end zone if it would have been picked. 3rd down and 22 from their own 22-yard line here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, great time for a screen pass right here, Nick.
Yeah, you don't want to get too...
don't get too frisky.
That's right. Mayfield takes the shotgun snap. He's under pressure, and he's brought down in the backfield. A pair of Red Devils,
44.
Andre Walker and Mason Longus, broke through to sack him.
Yeah, that was a Mason Longus, 6'1", 207. He's only a sophomore. Jeff's got so many young kids playing, so many sophomores playing right now. It's amazing. A screen pass would have been a really nice call right there.
Longest also was a member of that Jeff state title basketball team a season ago.
Oh, wow. You don't see that very often.
No.
Unfortunately, you don't. I'd like to see more kids play multiple sports, but it's an age of specialization.
That's right. Clay Kaiser on to punt. Play clock winding down, and New Albany has to burn a timeout. So timeout New Albany. We'll step away for a break. 5:48 left in the third quarter. 14-7 Jeff. Back with more after this on Glycod.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or longtime patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
All right, fourth down here for New Albany, and Kaiser on to punt it away for Jeff. Nation Rowe McBroom is back to return, and Jeff hoping for good field position. Kaiser standing there to punt right at the goal line. High snap, brings it in, boots it away. And this time, Rowe McBroom takes it, racing to the left, has room down the left sideline.
He could
He's
go.
at the 20 and wrestled out of bounds near the 15-yard line. The Kaiser punter had it, and then Kaiser loses his helmet. Rowe McBroom may have kind of taken the helmet off as they got tangled up going down. No flag, and Jeff will have great field position.
And see how good that young man is when he catches those punts. I can understand why he's back there. He is a real threat, but he's got to catch the ball. Nathan Rowe McBroom is a real playmaker, one of those players you want in space.
Lightning speed. We saw it on full display right there. So from the New Albany 17-yard line, Jeff takes over.
Okay, New Albany's defense needs to really stiffen up right here. This would be a good time for a hold right here. I'm talking about a defensive hold,
That's right.
Not a holding penalty.
Cordell Thomas out of the shotgun. Benji Rice in the backfield to his left. Thomas back to throw. Throws wide open to the right side. Pass is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Ethan Mompe wide open. The senior wideout from 17 yards out. And it's a 2-score lead for the Red Devils.
Whoa, was he open? They ran a little crossing pattern. They swung him out on a little out and up wheel pattern, a chair pattern, whatever you want to call it. And, man, New Albany's defense was inside with the inside receiver, and that outside receiver went out and up and wide open.
So that was efficiency. One play for the 17 yards, taking it right in for the touchdown, and now Max Schoonover on to attempt the extra point. The kick is on the way, and it is good. So with 5:28 left in the third quarter, now 21-7, Jeffersonville leading New Albany after a one-play 17-yard drive. Cordell Thomas to Ethan Mompe on the pass. Well, another reminder coming up this Sunday, head out to Boombah's in Jeffersonville, located at 1450 Veterans Parkway for a game day fan zone, a tailgate and watch party. You can catch the Colts game at 1 o'clock, the Bengals just after 4 o'clock, both local teams. Plenty of food and drinks. There will be face painting for the kids and prizes given away, Colts tickets given away as well. Several local vendors there. Be sure to check it out, the tailgate and watch party at Boombah's in Jeffersonville, 1450 Veterans Parkway, coming up this Sunday afternoon from 12 to 8. Noon to 8 there in Jeff. So Jeff to kick it away.
Coach Kulie is very animated on the sideline, and I'm not sure why he is so animated, but he is all over this head lineman right here, and he's followed him down. He's got to be careful because referees will let the head coach get away with a lot of yelling and carrying on, but at a certain point he's going to turn around and say, that's enough, coach.
All right.
That's enough. And that's when you need to be smart enough to just say, okay.
Looks like he has done that.
Now, I can tell you the other thing. They won't take one word from an assistant coach. Assistant coaches have to learn very quickly. You got to be quiet.
Just like the rookies in baseball. Don't go up there mouthing off. Or you're going to be gone. Here's Schoonover. It's an onside kick, and it's a flag. We're going to get another offsides on the kickoff here. We've seen three of those tonight.
Boy, I'm going to tell you, both teams need to start working on kickoffs because those are some I really have no idea what they're trying to do.
How about Jeff after taking the 2-score lead, trying the onside kick?
Quit messing around, kick the ball. Put it on the ground and just squib kick it down the field.
Yeah, a little bit surprising there.
All that's just, I don't understand it. I'm sure there's a plan. I'm sure it's something they practiced. Schoonover's a pretty good kicker. I mean, he really doesn't. Maybe
I think it's
Abby Lemon could kick off.
Perhaps. R.J. Long and Braylon Gray deep for New Albany. And now from the 35, Schoonover to kick it away. We'll see what they do this time. And they kick it short again. It is fielded at the 30 by New Albany. Running right and nowhere to go. Just gobbled up.
Caught it on the 30 and got tackled on the 21.
Braden Kuiper took the kickoff and went backwards, and New Albany gets it 1st and 10 from its own 24.
Best thing he could have done, Braden Kuiper could have done, is signal for a fair catch. Just catch the ball and take a knee, and you got the ball in the 30. Now you lost 9 yards.
And that might be why Jeff is doing that.
Yeah.
Kicking it up to guys that are maybe a little less used to fielding the kicks.
Familiar with returning the kick. The other thing is, if you're going to catch those kicks, run right up the field. You're not going to outrun anybody. Just take it and gain 5 yards running right up the field.
So 1st and 10 from its own 24 for the for New Albany. And Bulldogs need a good drive here.
Yes, they do.
Freshman Mayfield hands it off. Chambers running right, wrestles himself out of a tackle and falls across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. A violent carry there for Chambers.
Yeah, that was tackled by number 4 for Jeff. And that would be K.T. Thompson, their middle linebacker. Nice play on his part. Nice tackle. Chambers usually doesn't go down with one person.
A really nice tackle. Clock moving. 4:48 left in the third quarter. 21-7 Jeff. Couple of yard pickups, 2nd and 8. From the 26. Out of the gun, Mayfield rolls to the left, stops, fires, pass complete. Again to Kuiper at the 30, driven down right there. Camden Kuiper with his 2nd catch of the day.
Yeah, marking it on the 31, 32-yard line. So we got 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. It's a nice play. That was a nice pass play by Mayfield. He had his shoulders turned. He did a good job. He stopped again, but Jeff was not able to get to him.
Had time to stop that time.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 2 out of the gun. Mayfield this time rolls right, looking for Kuiper again. This time covered up, and Mayfield is sacked. Looked like they were trying to run a similar play, but Andre Walker, the sophomore, able to get in the backfield and get the sack.
Yeah, that he came from his linebacker spot, and you remember one of our comments before the game? What was it? Keys to the game for New Albany. Run the ball.
Run the ball.
And when in doubt,
run the ball.
And if you're really not sure what to do,
run it. They tried to pass it there, and now they're going to have to punt. Clay Kaiser to kick it away. Nation Road McBroom, who we saw the wheels on his last punt return.
Boy.
Tough snap. Kaiser able to field it, boots it away. And that lands, and he gets some good topspin on that ball, and it goes deeper into Jeff territory, and it's down at the 34-yard line. So Kaiser got some roll on that kick.
And I can't fault Nation Roll McBroom for not feeling that, because that was a terrible punt. That was a 20-yard punt and a 20-yard roll.
That's right. Kaiser's got that art of getting the roll at the end of it down. We've seen that a bunch here tonight.
Top spin.
Yeah, he gets a lot of top spin.
You know, you're a golfer?
I am.
Do you ever top spin, top hit your drive?
All the time.
And it goes forever because it's got overspin on it.
That's right. I'm very familiar with that. So Jeff takes over 1st and 10 from its own 34-yard line.
All right, if nobody needs to come up big on defense now again.
Thomas hands it off to Rice. Running to the right, turns the corner toward the sideline. Run out of bounds at the 40, slips down over there on his own sideline. Picked up 8 or 9,
yeah,
it looks
it marked
like.
it all the way to the 42-yard line.
So that's going to be an
big,
8-yard pickup.
Yeah, that was a big gain. I didn't think he was going to gain anything. I thought New Albany had it hemmed in.
He kind of won the foot race to the
yeah,
edge.
It's hard. Jeff's got a lot of speed. We talk about their playmakers making plays in open space. It's hard for a team to simulate that kind of speed during practice week.
Both running backs back there with Thomas. Takes the snap, back to throw. In some trouble, rolling right. Gets rid of it and just throws it to the sideline out of bounds.
That's a smart play on the quarterback's part.
He was under pressure and just able to get rid of that ball before being brought down.
Yes. Good play on the quarterback's part. You know, he's a junior. He's been in the battles before, so he knows under pressure. Oh, we got a penalty on Jeff for procedure. Again, another penalty.
Third penalty of the half for Jeff, and now instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and 7.
And no, it should be second.
Or
should
second,
be,
I beg your pardon.
Repeat
yes.
it down.
2:40 left in the third quarter. 21-7 Jeffersonville with the lead and the ball.
And we got single coverage way out here. We have some single coverage. I don't know if Thomas can get it here.
He hands it off. Rice straight ahead and stacked down. I beg your pardon. That was Williams straight ahead and got nothing. Got to the 35. That's it. That's a loss of a couple of yards.
Yeah, that was that little counter play that they opened the game with. And New Albany's got their defensive people bunched right in the middle. That play's not going to work. You're going to be successful going off tackle or outside because New Albany's got those 4 defensive linemen just bunched right in the middle.
So now a 3rd and 9 from Jeff's own 35-yard line. Just over 2 minutes left in the quarter. Thomas out of the gun, a running back to either side. He's back to throw, looking left, floats it out to the left side. Pass is caught by Merle McBroom at the 40. Gets past the tackle of the 35, a stiff arm, and he steps out of bounds there. And he'll have the first down. Needed 9, got 10, and it's a first down, Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah, New Albany was lucky they didn't get a penalty.
That's
on
right.
That, by the way.
The Jeff fans wanted one there.
Yeah. New Albany was lucky on that one. And that was right in front of the official, too.
Yeah, Merle McBroom able to tiptoe that sideline and get the first down.
Yeah, he's a good player. He really is. He's got some real talent.
Thomas out of the gun. Williams motions out. Now Rice goes out. A little flip to Rice at the 40. Outside 45. Hit there. Able to drive forward for a few more out to about the 47. Give him about 3 yards there on first down.
Boy, I tell you, if Jeff has some play that they run that arc motion and the quarterback pump fakes to that side and they drag a receiver all the way across, there is nobody for New Albany. From the middle of the field to the sideline, New Albany had no defenders.
See if that's something that could still be broken out as this game progresses. 2nd and 7 from the 48. Jeff in no hurry. Thomas hands it off to Williams. Blasts forward across the 50. Tripped up and ridden down at the 46. So it's going to be 3rd and about 1 after a pickup of about 6 yards.
Yeah, nice block by Aiden Gossett, the senior left guard. Our center, Gavin Hankins, is kind of settled down now.
That's right. Much cleaner on that this half.
3rd and short.
And a long one. Handoff to Williams. Shed a tackle in the backfield and runs ahead across the 45 and has the first down.
Yeah, that was Jamal. Jamal Chambers missed that tackle, and he doesn't miss many tackles, and he's looking for a break.
He might be worn out. He's carried a heavy load tonight.
He's looking for a break right now. Coach, you need to get him out of the game. He's. And what do we got here? Timeout?
We have a personal foul against New Albany. So a late flag goes against New Albany, a personal foul, so tack on 15 more for Jeff. With 30 seconds left in the third. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from even deeper into Albany territory, and unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs.
Well, that hurts a lot. We've got 30 seconds left in this third quarter. If New Albany can keep this score at 21, I still think they have a chance. If it gets to 28, it's going to be tough.
Looking tough at that point. So 1st and 10, they will wind the play clock. Mark it at the 27-yard line of New Albany. Thomas out of the gun. Williams in the backfield to his right. 2 wideouts to either side. Thomas hands to Williams. Finds a hole over the left side. Gets ahead across the 25 to about the 22 or 23. A decent pickup on first down.
Not bad. 5 yards on first down. That's pretty good. And they're going to run the clock out and go into the fourth quarter with a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So we head to the fourth here at New Albany. Jeffersonville 21, New Albany 7. The fourth quarter coming up next. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Fourth quarter here in New Albany, 21-7 Jeffersonville. 2nd and 5 for the Red Devils from the New Albany 22-yard line to begin the fourth. Cordell Thomas takes the snap out of the gun, looking to throw, lofts one deep for the end zone. It is caught. Braylon Gray hauled it in. Touchdown, Jeffersonville.
Wow, what a catch! What a pass! He put that right on the pylon. What a play!
That's the third touchdown pass of the half for Cordell Thomas. This one 22 yards to Braylon Gray.
Well, he put that perfectly right on the pylon, and the receiver just runs to the pylon, and the ball comes down. If the receiver hadn't been there, the ball would have hit the top of the pylon. That was a perfect play.
Could not have been a more perfect throw. And now we will see, as you mentioned, Abby Lemon into the game, the junior.
Oh,
she will attempt the extra point.
All right. Come on, Abby. Let's see you do it.
Here we go. Snap's a good one. Hold down. Kick is good.
Good for Abby. All right.
She got it on the board.
Yep. Abby Lemon.
At a 28-7 Jeffersonville lead. We'll take an early fourth quarter break. 11:48 left. 28-7 Jeff. More to come on Glycod.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
If you own a business and would like to find out more about corporate partnerships on Glycod and growing our free-to-watch high school athletics platform, please drop us a note at info@glycod.com. That's info@glycod.com. Well, 28-7 Jeffersonville. The Red Devils
Boy, they really,
21 unanswered here in the second half.
Boy, they really took control in the second half, didn't they? Right from the get-go. I'm not sure. Did Albany even have they've had the ball one time?
One time or twice. They've had it twice. They've had to punt twice in this half. Jeff, 3 touchdown passes from Cordell Thomas in the second half. He threw 2 against New Albany last year, but also had 2 interceptions, 3 TDs, and 1 pick here tonight.
Yeah.
All 3 of his touchdown passes here in the second half. And now it's Max Schoonover to kick it away for Jeff.
Adventures in kickoff. Here we go.
It's something every single one, it seems like. Here's a clean one. Well,
it's out of bounds.
Yep, it is out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
So
I just don't understand what they're trying to do. And I've been coaching a long time. I don't understand what they're trying to do is just kick the ball. Keep it in bounds. You got 50 yards there to keep it in bounds.
They have not done that effectively tonight.
Nope. Like I say, if you're worried about them returning a kick, put the ball on the ground and just squib kick it.
Well, now they're going to mark it at the 35-yard line,
Yeah,
so New Albany gets it there.
That's the right placement on a out-of-bounds kick.
So the freshman quarterback, Grady Mayfield, back onto the field.
He's got a lot of work in front of him right now.
Jamal Chambers in the gun, lines up to his left. The handoff is to Chambers. A little stutter step, explodes across the line. Dives ahead across the 45. He has the first down to the 46, a pickup of 11 yards.
Yeah, when in doubt, you're even behind. You're behind. If you score on this drive and you get an onside kick and you run the ball and you score again, you're right back in this game. Keep running the ball. Keep gashing the Jeff defense.
Probably have to use a little bit of tempo here. Out of the gun, hand off to Chambers, trying to find room to the right, does turn the corner down the sideline before he's wrestled out of bounds in Jeff territory at the 42, and a late flag comes flying in.
It's going to be a late hit out of bounds on Jeff, another mistake. Jeff keeps, when they seem to be in the clear, they want to make it harder on themselves, and they want to shoot themselves in the big toe.
You talked about it before the game, trying to keep those emotions in check with a rivalry game, and, well, we've seen that rear its head quite a bit here tonight. A lot of maybe unnecessary flags.
Was it against New Albany?
Maybe it was. Yeah, a hold against New Albany. That came in very late.
Oh, that was, I thought there was.
Oh, no.
I thought there was a flag over here.
There is. There's a hold against New Albany and a personal foul against Jeff.
Offsetting penalties. And
well, I think they're going to mark them both off here because one was during the play and the other was after the play.
So it ends up being a foul. Well, I don't know what they're doing now.
So they're going to mark it at the 49 of Jeffersonville.
Yeah, it should end up being a 5-yard penalty because late hit is 15 yards and holding's 10.
Yeah.
So they mark them both off, but rather than waste time, they just did a 5-yard penalty.
New Albany gains 5 yards and makes it 1st and 5 from the Jeff 49-yard line. Mayfield out of the gun, has the snap, hands it to Chambers, running left, sheds the first tackle, gets across midfield, lost the ball as he went down, and they are going to.
Did he call him down?
I think they marked him down.
He was down.
I think so as well. They mark him at the 45-yard line, a pickup of 4 yards to bring up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. All right, now's the time if you want to test Mayfield and them throw it deep. This is a good time to do it.
And looking way ahead, certainly in a good position. Not that it matters at this point, maybe on field position, but a 4-down situation. So he could throw deep here and then have 2 downs to pick up a yard.
He could throw deep here and on 3rd down.
Potentially. Mayfield out of the gun. We'll see what they do here on 2nd and short. And we get a whistle and a flag before the snap. Yep, they didn't get the play in time.
Well,
Mayfield was kind of waiting for that for a while at the sideline, and it took a while to get the play in.
Yeah, that was an unforced error there. Now instead of 2nd and 1, we're 2nd and 6, and maybe it's not the best time now to throw the ball. Let's run it again.
By my count, 10 combined penalties here in the second half between the two teams.
Second half. I wonder what it was in the first half.
Here's Mayfield. He does throw deep down the left sideline. It is incomplete. He was looking for George Cannon. Tyus McConchie was running with him in coverage. So now it's 3rd and 6. From right in midfield and presumably in a spot where you're going for it on 4th down here if you're New Albany.
Oh, without a doubt.
So Mayfield out of the gun. Hands it to Chambers. Very patient run. Gets a hole straight ahead. Bounces off a couple of tacklers.
He fumbled.
He lost the ball. And Jeffersonville says the Devils have it. And New Albany recovered it.
Oh, that was a big break for New Albany. Chambers is he's so rugged. He's such a tough runner. He doesn't want to go down. But he's still got to hold that ball. You got to secure that ball with both hands.
So New Albany's going to have a 1st down, or no, they won't. I beg your pardon. They mark it at the 43-yard line. No, they do have a 1st down. There they switch the down marker. 1st and 10. I think it was Kuiper that
Offside.
recovered it, and now a
Offside.
flag before the snap.
Yep.
Yeah, the offside.
Offside on Jeff.
I believe it was Camden Kuiper that recovered that fumble in a game-saving play for now for New Albany.
Yeah, for sure.
So now 1st and 5 New Albany from the Jeff 38. Mayfield throws left side. Pass is caught. It is Cannon on the catch and then knocked out of bounds as he spun his way to the 32. A pickup of 6.
Aggressive play by Trey Martin at a safety spot.
Cannon, the 6'3" sophomore. Big target there. First down to the 33. Mayfield pumps under pressure, and he's brought down.
Big Malcolm Montz, 53, nose tackle. 6 foot, 300-pounder. poor Grady Mayfield at 150. Montz outweighs him by twice.
Well, once he got him, there was no chance.
No.
Montz came blasting through the line.
Yeah.
That's a 7-yard loss. 2nd and 17 now from the Jeff 40-yard line. 8:20 to play and counting. Mayfield hands it off to R.J. Long. Starts up the middle, bounces it to the outside, has some room. Down the sideline, gets inside the 25 before he's run out of bounds.
That is a perfect example there of a player not doing his job. He wanted to make the tackle. I'm in charge of leverage. I have that outside containment, but if I can go in, I'm going to make a big play here. And the ball carrier broke it outside, and that's where I'm supposed to be. And the only way I can make the play now is to do a back flip, and I don't think any of those players have that ability.
Maybe not.
You've got to play your play. You're a defensive end. You've got to keep your outside arm free. You can't get sucked inside.
2nd and 2. They've got the down marker at 1, but it's 2nd down. Hand off to Long. Bounce. A leap to the outside of the 20. Gets to the 15. Sheds tacklers inside the 5.
Holy cow.
What a run from R.J. Long. He hasn't gotten a ton of carries today. Maybe a little fresh on that side of it.
Yeah.
He's running like it right now.
Yeah.
They mark him out of bounds at the 9, so it's 1st and goal New Albany from the 9-yard line. Long stays in there as the D-man of the pistol behind Mayfield.
Got to start the clock, guys.
There's a handoff up the middle. No room there. Bounces outside. Turns back in. Weaves his way to the 5 before being driven back. There was Montz along with Trey Martin in on the stop. They'll mark it at about the 5. A pickup of 4 yards. 2nd and goal. Albany trying to come up with a big touchdown here to stay in this game with 7:26 to go. Out of the pistol, Mayfield hands it off to Chambers back in there.
He's
Straight
gone.
ahead
He's
into
gone.
the end zone.
Yep.
Touchdown, Jamal Chambers, a 5-yard run. His second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, good blocking by the New Albany line, but poor defensive line play by Jeff, because Jeff, two of their defensive players over-penetrated, got deep in the backfield, and by doing that, you create holes by your over-penetration, and that's what happened. Two Jeff players over-penetrated and makes 2 holes for the running back.
Chambers a really patient runner, too.
Yeah,
he's willing to kind of stop back there and just wait for things to happen, and it's worked out.
Yeah, he's had a great game tonight.
Carter Thompson on to attempt the extra point. Oh, that is blocked. Oh, we got a flag.
Yeah, roughing the kicker. Roughing the kicker.
I believe that was blocked. And
well, if it was blocked, it's not roughing the kicker.
I think it was Malachi Montz. I thought he got a hand on it, but they are going to say it is roughing the kicker. Maybe he didn't.
Maybe he didn't. We got an instant. Can we get a replay on that?
I don't know if we have another look at that. But
that's right.
He definitely affected the kick. I thought he may have gotten a fingertip on it, but they're going to say no. And now New Albany running up quickly to look to maybe try to go for 2, but Thompson's still out there.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2, but the Jeff coach wants an explanation.
And now
they're going to kick again?
Yeah, they're going to kick it.
Why not go for 2? Why not go for 2? Why not go for 2?
Mayfield is the holder, so he was on the field with Thompson back there, but they're going to try to kick it again. And this time it is good. Oh, that made it through. Yeah. A low kick.
Low kick. That was odd not going for 2. Ball's on the 1.5 yard line.
7:19 to play. Jeff leading 28-14. We'll break. Back with more after this on Glycod.
And I got Jamal.
Motor vehicle safety is important for everyone, especially young children. Having the proper child restraint systems in place, particularly for children under 4 or weighing less than 40 pounds, will keep a child safe and comfortable when traveling in the car. The Clark County Health Department provides free inspections to ensure proper installation of any car seat. To make an appointment, phone 812-282-7521. A message from the Clark County Health Department, funded by Health First Indiana. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
7:19 to go, 28-14 Jeffersonville. Onside kick here from New Albany, you think?
I would do that. I would onside kick it right now.
Jeff's expecting that. Yep.
Jeff's expecting that.
So it'll be Thompson to kick it away.
Now, if he could have a little poochie kick right over the heads of these 2 deep.
Here we go. Here is Thompson. There's the onside kick, and it's fielded up by Gray. He races to the left, finds room, and there's a flag down.
Oh, no.
Gray down the left sideline, gets a block. He is into the end zone for the touchdown, but we'll check the flag.
Clipping, blocking the back. Blocking the back. Blocking the back.
Wow, Braylon Gray broke it for a touchdown. There are 2 flags down. There's one back at the 41, and then there's one in plus territory down near the goal line. And there's actually 3 down. There's another one just on the plus side of the 50.
All kinds of blocks in the back. But here's what I got to tell you. That was very exciting. It was, wow, look at that. That's a bad play. Because all you need to do is recover that ball, take a knee, and you get the ball. You're getting the ball on the 47-yard line. Now, it depends on what happens. You're going to get the ball on the 30-yard line.
That's right.
So that what looked like a really cool play, not so cool.
And New Albany only has 2 timeouts left. Already used one earlier in the half. So up 2 scores. Starting to take a look at the clock game here with the 7:11 to go.
Yeah, a lot of time left. Lots of time.
But this might work out to where New Albany potentially gets another chance to
onside kick.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so. I think
it was on the return.
There's going to be a penalty over here on the 41.
So we get a hold against Jeffersonville. And now we get an unsportsmanlike conduct, it looks like, that is coming.
Not another one.
There it is. That one's against Jeffersonville.
Oh, this is going to be a big penalty. And again, let's go back to our keys to the game. Our keys to the game. This is a big rivalry game. Keep your cool. Don't allow any big penalties. Keep your cool. Don't allow big penalties. So see what I'm saying? That was such a big mistake for that kid to pick that ball up and run with it. You just fall on the ball. Just take a knee, fall on the ball. You got the ball on the 41, 7 minutes left. You have a nice long drive. The worst thing that's going to happen, New Albany's going to get the ball on the 10, 15-yard line. Now you're going to have to go 85 yards.
Yeah, they mark it at the 17. It's in essence an 83-yard penalty.
We have seen some, I'm going to say, some very poor play. Really have.
Well, and you've talked about it. It's been a lot on kickoffs, and there was another one right there.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, Jeff, from its own 17, 7:11 to go. The Devils lead 28-14. New Albany needs a stop. Thomas hands it off to Rice. Runs left at the 20. Cuts it up along the numbers. Has a lot of room. He's at midfield. Benji Rice down the left sideline. He is gone. Touchdown, Jeffersonville.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter. And I don't see any flags. That's the amazing part.
Benji Rice, 83 yards on the run for the touchdown.
Wow.
Well, he just erased those mistakes there in one big run.
He sure did, didn't he? Well, there you go, Benji Rice. What a great run. What a great game he's had.
His second touchdown run of the night, and certainly the longest play of this game.
Yep.
And here's Abby Lemon back on to attempt the extra point.
Well, I hope.
And that one's good.
Oh, she made another one. Way to go, Abby. Abby Lemon.
So now 35-14 Jeffersonville with 6:52 to go. 3 touchdown passes in this second half for Jeff, and now a big touchdown run from the big junior running back, Benji Rice. We talked about it earlier, getting some Division I offers, a powerful back, and he ripped off a big one right there.
All right, so here we go. Another kickoff.
Another kickoff.
Let's see what happens this time. And I think Max Schoonover is shell-shocked at what's going on with the kickoffs. I think for his psychological well-being, we might want to get somebody else to kick the ball.
He's going to kick it.
He is kicking off again, and I know he's a good kicker. I remember him playing the last 2 years. He was a good kicker the other 2 years. I don't know what's going on here, but
well, he's obviously being told to kick it short.
Yeah,
but
right. Yeah,
we'll see if they adjust that strategy at all now with a 35-14 lead.
Adventures in kickoff.
They have been an adventure tonight. There's been a lot of stuff on these kickoffs.
Both teams, bad kicks, out of bounds kicks, misplayed kicks, offside kicks, onside kick that was returned for a touchdown that wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, it has been certainly a wild night. We've seen 3 offsides on kickoffs.
What's he going to do?
Here we go.
Oh, he kicked it. See, he's a good kicker.
Here's Long to take it from about the 7.
And
bounces off a tackle and gets drugged down from behind to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's a good play. Nice play by number 43 for Jeff. Nice tackle on the open field tackle. That was Mason Longest again. No, I'll take that back. No, there's no 43 on Jeff's roster. Do you have a 43 on Jeff's roster?
I do not.
I
it
don't
might
either.
have been 34 Eulis who made that play. I'm not.
Okay.
He was in the area.
Well, it could have been my dyslexia kicking in. I thought it was 43.
Well, you're in mine both. I don't know. Who knows?
All right, let's see if New Albany can hook up something here.
1st and 10, New Albany from its own 30.
You still have time. You still have time. You still can run the ball and make things happen.
Grady Mayfield, the freshman quarterback, back out there. R.J. Long had a big drive the last time New Albany had the ball. Both running backs, Long and Chambers, back there with Mayfield. The handoff goes to Long, straight ahead. Bounces off a tackle or two, gets inside the 35, down to the 37-yard line, a pickup of 7 yards. R.J. Long on 1st down. as we near the midway point of the fourth quarter. Been 3 touchdowns scored, 2 from Jeff, 1 from New Albany in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's been a wild fourth quarter, and it's not over. Still got a lot of time left.
Game that was tied at 7 at halftime. Here's Chambers on the run, bounces one
There we go
outside of the 40.
See?
And there's a flag that comes in from the back. He's inside the 40, down to the 35 of Jeff.
And we got holding.
Yeah, flag came in way in the offensive backfield, and they are signaling holding, and that's a huge back-breaking penalty for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Chambers again with another nice run. The flag came.
Are you keeping track of all the penalties?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I've got New Albany with now, each team now with 7 in this half by my count.
Just this half.
Might have missed 1 or 2.
Just a half.
I started to count them in the first half, but lost track there.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, there's been a bunch tonight. Last year in this game, New Albany had 11 penalties for 90 yards. Jeff had 8 for 95. I think we probably surpassed both of those numbers.
I think we're past that. I don't know if we keep a record of penalties in the Jeff New Albany game, but
might be up there.
Yeah.
Here's Chambers again, spins out of a tackle, stumbles ahead before he's ridden down across the 40 to about the 43, and another flag comes in.
I think it's face mask on Jeff. I think.
On a 2nd and 20 play, a flag comes in the offensive backfield. Officials conferring, and we get, yes, a face mask against Jeff.
I got to say, Jeff has had some really poor tackling because the result of all these penalties are because they're reaching out instead of coming in and making a tackle. They're just reaching and trying to grab, and New Albany's running backs are pretty strong, and they're just running through those grabs, and some of the grabs result in grabbing the face mask. They need tackling practice big time.
So instead of a 2nd down, it becomes a first down.
See, this game's not over with yet.
No.
I'm telling you, not over by a long shot.
Down to the Jeff 42-yard line. Here's Mayfield out of the gun.
There you go.
Hands it to Chambers, and nothing there. There's 4 or 5 white jerseys to drive him back. It's going to be a loss of about a yard.
Give the referee the ball. Come on. Don't do anything silly.
Yeah, especially you want to get the referee the ball as quick as possible right now to get going.
And we're doing all this, and we're wasting time. All that standing around talk. Give the referee the ball. Run up to the line of scrimmage. You know, don't hurry, but be quick.
That's right. John Wooden-esque.
Yeah.
2nd and 11 from the Jeff 43 out of the gun. Mayfield hands it to Kaiser. Picks his way to the right. Now bounces left. Cuts back inside of the 35. Flag comes in as he dives across the 30. 2 flags down.
Face mask.
Another face mask.
On Jeff.
Kaiser.
Because they're grabbing. They're not tackling. They're grabbing. Yep. I saw it. It's right here. It's on number 8.
So another Jeff penalty, and now Albany will have another first down. We haven't seen Clay Kaiser get a ton of carries tonight with long back, but he had a monster game, 183 yards and a touchdown last week at Silver Creek.
Yeah, it's hard not to give Chambers the ball, though.
No doubt.
I'm going to feed Chambers the ball. And the game is not over yet, I'm telling you. The way Jeff is playing right now, this game is not over.
Under 5 minutes to go, but the clock stops on the penalty after the run, and then the 15 tacked on. It's down at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 to Albany.
Keep giving Chambers the ball.
It's Long and Kaiser back there. Here's Kaiser. Started out, cuts back in, stays on his feet, drags the pile inside the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. So a pickup of 7 yards. 6 or 7. But again, a pile up, and it's taken a while to get back to the huddle. 4:30 to go and counting.
The clock is running. While all this is going on, the clock is running, and New Albany's going to need every second that they can save here. And they're still taking their time. Hurry up. Come on.
And mark it at the 8, 2nd and 4.
Chambers in the game.
Chambers is in there. He has it. Starts outside, cuts back in, drags the pile to the 5 before he's driven down.
Could be a first down. Yep, first down.
It will be very close. The marker's right at the 5.
He got it marked third.
So third and a short one.
Give Chambers the ball. Same play.
And a flag comes in before. Oh, no, a timeout.
Jeff called timeout.
Jeff got the timeout before the snap. They were going to give it to Chambers, but Jeff takes a timeout. 3:44 to go, 35-14 Jeff. Each team now with 2 timeouts left. New Albany trying to drive this thing and make it a 2-score game again.
What we're seeing, and again, I'll go into my coaching mode. Remember what I told you, the man in the line who's lower is going to win. Right now, all Jeff's defensive linemen are standing straight up, and the New Albany players are up underneath their shoulder pads, driving them off the line of scrimmage. And what they're trying to do is reach out with an arm to grab Chambers as he runs past them. They need to get lower. The coach has got to tell them right now, you got to get lower. You got to get below the pads of the New Albany blockers. New Albany blockers are getting up underneath them and driving them off the ball.
It's led to the host of penalties we've seen. New Albany, certainly a game effort tonight after that really crushing loss last week.
Yeah.
Jeff trying to snap a 2-game skid of its own and get back to within a game of 500.
It's I'll tell you, New Albany's very impressive right now with the way they're playing. And they could have given up a long time ago. Chambers.
Straight ahead, inside the 5. I think he'll have the first down. He will.
Nobody's tackling. It's a stand-up pile because nobody's low and nobody's tackling. They're just grabbing him.
And Chambers able to move that pile. It'll be a first down. So first and goal coming up from the 3. Clock moves. 3.5 minutes to go.
Jeff linemen have got to get lower. Watch him stand up. Watch. 1, 2, 3. Stand up. Zip.
Mayfield. Hands the Chambers, trying to get outside. That time they gobble him up. It was Jaden Kelly getting into the backfield, and the junior able to sling Chambers down.
Yeah.
They're going to back him up now to the 7-yard line.
That hurt. And the clock is running.
Under 3 minutes to go, second and goal.
Clock is running. Give Chambers the ball. Don't give up on Chambers.
How about R.J. Long? He gets it running left, cuts up inside of the 5, stays on his feet, drags the pile. They're trying to shove him in. Stood up right at the goal line, and he is stopped just short. Long down to the 1, so it's going to be third and goal. He just stayed up.
It's because nobody's tackling. They're just standing up and grabbing him. Nobody's tackling.
I thought he was
my God!
Penalty against New Albany.
Against New Albany. Illegal procedure. Wow. Oh my goodness, that hurts. That hurts. They were on the 1-yard line and now they're back up to the 9. No, the 13.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts bad.
Another big penalty.
Wow.
So it's going to back him up to the 12-yard line and make it second and goal.
2:29
to go.
The other thing it's doing is eating up the clock.
Yeah.
It's just eating up the clock.
Here's Chambers. Bangs into the line across the 10. Again. Stood up at that pile. He won't go down. They mark him down at the 7.
But
5-yard pickup.
Again, still not a tackle. It's a stand up and grab.
No, they cannot bring Jamal Chambers down right now.
You might want to try to tackle him down around the thigh boards. You know, he might go down a little bit if you tackle him lower.
So third and goal from the 7 with under 2 minutes to go. Here's the handoff to Kaiser. Hesitation move at the start, and then no room to run. Trying to bounce it outside. He stayed on his feet. He slipped free. Kaiser into the end zone for a touchdown. Yes, the play was not ruled dead. Kaiser slipped out of there and scored.
How many times do I have to say, nobody's tackling?
You're right on top of that.
Nobody is tackling. That is the worst exhibition of tackling I've ever seen. It's a great run. Don't get me wrong. Kaiser keeps his feet moving. He does a great job of running, but nobody for Jeff is making a tackle.
That is unbelievable. It looked like he was stopped, and somehow Kaiser slipped out of there and scored.
Yep, it'd be nice to see someone make a tackle.
It did not happen there. With 1:42 to go, here's Carter Thompson on to attempt the extra point. And it's good.
Okay, onside kick. Jeff's got to be ready for it. New Albany's got to recover it. And Jeff has got to tell their players, please do not run with the ball.
That's right.
Just fall on the ball and lay down.
35-21, Jeff. And that was an 11-play drive that covered right at about 5 minutes. That's the bad news for New Albany.
Yeah.
That's the type of drive you wanted to see out of
if
them
you're
in
ahead.
this game, but not in this situation.
Right.
That's
right. And New Albany's showing a lot of grit. They really are. A lot of determination, a lot of grit. It's a rivalry game. These kids could have folded up a long time ago, not only in this game, but a long time ago in the season. And they haven't done that. They're playing hard. They're playing their heart out right now. So good for them, good for Coach Kulie.
So they're going to try another onside kick.
Not out of the game. It's not done yet.
No, if you can recover this, it could get really interesting.
Bulldogs have 2 timeouts left.
Each team with 2. Hands team on for Jeff. So here we go. Onside kick, gets a little bounce, but this time recovered by Jeff and straight down on it. It was
number 16,
Braden Bachman.
This quarterback, sophomore, he knows not to run that ball. Just fall on the ball. That's all you needed to do.
And that's exactly what Bachman did. And now Jeff takes over, 1st and 10 from its own 43-yard line.
New Albany's got 2 timeouts, so they run a play. It's going to take about 5 seconds. Call timeout. It'd be 1:36. Run a play. It's going to take about 5 seconds. 1:31. That's their last timeout. New Albany will run a play. 5 second. 1:26. Run the clock down to 1 minute. So New Albany should get the ball back with about a minute left.
Just can't let them get any first downs.
Yeah.
So
first down ends the game.
Yeah, no doubt. Cordell Thomas hands it to Darian Williams. Running left, cuts it up along the 40, brought down to the 44. Nice tackle by J-Ron Kidd. The senior came up to make the play. And a quick timeout by New Albany, down to 1 left.
Okay, 5 seconds. Now it'll be 1:29. And if Jeff runs the ball out wide, he'll run it this way. And the ball carrier's got to know, do not go out of bounds. The worst thing you can do is fumble. Second worst thing you could do is go out of bounds. Don't give New Albany an extra timeout.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 45. 1 timeout left for New Albany, 2 for Jeff. Jeffersonville next week will host Columbus East at 7 o'clock at Jeff. New Albany goes on the road to Seymour next week.
Seymour's a real scrappy team. We had Seymour and Floyd Central a couple weeks ago, and Seymour is small and young, not very big, not very strong, but boy, they are a scrappy bunch, and they're not going to quit. They'll give New Albany or any team they play all they want.
That could be a fun game between New Albany and Seymour next week.
I think so.
Minute 34 to go here tonight in this rivalry game that goes back to the early 1900s, as you said.
Yep.
Cavs got so heated in the 50s that they had to take about a decade break from playing each other.
They did. They used to meet over at the Silver Creek Bridge. New Albany people, Jeff people at the Silver Creek Bridge, and end up with a big fight right there. They have the police and everybody would stop, and it got wild. I wasn't here then.
Well,
I was not coaching.
You were not instigating that.
No.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Handoff straight ahead. Williams explodes across midfield. Down the left sideline. Darian Williams gone. Touchdown, Jeffersonville.
And no flags?
No flags.
No flags.
It's a 56-yard exclamation point from Williams.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, Jeff doesn't need any more points. I mean, it's hard to tell a kid not to score a touchdown, but they don't need a touchdown. They need to run the clock out. So get the first down, take a knee, run the clock out, win the game. Get it over with that way. But anyway, he had a wonderful touchdown run.
He did. A second big run of this half. We saw Benji Rice with the 83-yarder earlier in this fourth quarter, and now it's Darian Williams from 56 yards out.
Okay, so you want a crazy scenario now, right? So New Albany kicks. Jeff kicks off. New Albany runs the kickoff back for a touchdown.
That would be.
It's 42 to 28. New Albany gets an onside kick, throws a long pass. It's now 42-35. And all Jeff needed to do was run the clock out.
That's right.
So I mean, I've been coaching a long time and seen enough football to expect the craziest things to happen.
That's the difference.
So when I say this, that this game's not over with a minute and 22 left and you're down 21 points, crazy stuff happens. It really does. The ball is oblong and takes funny bounces.
It does. That's the epitome of the coach. You're watching the game through the coach's eyes versus the player out there running it in. There's no doubt.
So Jeff, if I'm Jeff's coach, I'm dying right now because I know this game's not over, and my stomach is churning. I'm dying, and the New Albany coach is going, "Come on, we're not out of it yet. We'll run this kickoff back."
Jeff now with 42 points, which is their highest point total of the season.
All right, what are we doing now? Oh, we got another kicker? Nope, we got Schoonover.
Schoonover hit the extra point, and now he's going to kick it off. So a season high in terms of offensive output for Jeff. They have scored 5 touchdowns in the second half. They scored a touchdown on all 5 of their drives in the second half.
Amazing.
So here's Schoonover to boot it away. Long will return it from the 8. Or that's not Long, I beg your pardon. That is Montel Coates who had it from the 8.
And Montel Coates is going to break it. I'm telling you, he's going to break it. He is going to break it.
He's got a blocker ahead.
He's got a blocker. He's going to break it.
Finally.
Oh, my goodness sakes. Montel Coates. And what did I tell you?
You are Nostradamus. That is incredible.
So New Albany scores. They're going to throw a pass. They're going to score with a minute left in the game and kick an onside kick and recover the kick.
That is.
And I'm not rooting for New Albany. I'm just saying this is why that touchdown wasn't needed. It was not needed. You didn't need that touchdown. All you needed was to get the first down, take a knee, run the clock out, we win the game.
Joe Washington perhaps with a little heartburn over on the Jeff sideline right now.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be. He's got to be killing himself.
So New Albany has it at the Jeffersonville 23. What a return by Montel Coates, the sophomore. Again, it looked like they had him tackled, and he bounced out of there.
Well, and Jeff, you have to stay in your contained lanes. Everybody's got a lane to stay in. So Coates makes that move to the left, and all these guys that should have been down here on this side all scrambled over to the left side, and he reversed his field. And Jeff was lucky that there was one player that chased him down.
And there is an injured Red Devil down way on the far sideline. And they're going to tend to him, now being helped up to his feet.
Thank goodness, he's up.
Trying to see who that is. I can't tell who it is. They're kind of covering up his number.
Okay, give Jamal Chambers the ball. He'll carry everybody for a 10-yard gain because nobody's tackling.
Well, the Jeff offense has been on fire here in the second half, and that's been a huge thing for them.
It's a good thing they have because their defense have kind of let them down right now.
Here's Mayfield. He hands it to Chambers.
Oh, there's a tackle.
Stiff arm,
tackle.
Got out of one tackle, but there's too many there. They drive him back.
Call timeout. 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 No timeout.
They're not going to call the timeout. So now 2nd and 12 after the loss of 2 from the 25 of Jeff. Clock moving with 32 seconds to go. Now Mayfield's going to try to throw, loads up, fires one deep in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Malik Whitfield. A pretty good throw just out of his reach.
Yeah, Malik Whitfield actually is one of their top receivers.
Whitfield 3 catches for 24 yards last week. He had 2 catches against Jeff last year. 26.7 seconds to go. 3rd and 12 from the Jeff 25. Mayfield rolls a bit right, evades a potential sacker, and just flips it to the sideline. And one of the Jeff linemen makes the catch and is fired up about it.
But he's out of bounds, so it doesn't count.
He was, that's right. I think it was Keegan Cabell that made the play over there. Now it's 4th and 12 with 20 seconds to go.
You know, I don't know if you weren't going to call timeout, and then I don't know why you're throwing passes.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting finish to this game.
Yeah, very interesting.
Chambers lines up to the right of Mayfield, 4th and 12. Mayfield wants to throw, throws it left side. It is caught.
Oh, nice catch.
Inside the 15.
Yeah, nice catch. Who was that?
That
Number
was
7.
George Cannon that made the play. They mark it at the 13. That is going to be a first down with 14 and a half seconds to go.
Yeah, number 2, George Cannon. George is a sophomore. He's a big, tall receiver, too, 6'3". It's a big target. Get the ball up higher. Let George catch it in stride.
He might have a few more inches left to grow. Chambers takes the handoff straight ahead, barrels inside the 5. He's brought down. Oh, he got in. Touchdown right at the end of the game.
And way to go, Jamal Chambers.
Chambers took it in from about 13 yards out. What a way to end the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know, what was I don't know. All the Jeff players came running down to the end zone. I don't know what that was all about. So
Chambers' 3rd touchdown run of the game.
42-27.
I guess they do not have to kick the extra point
in
this situation.
Then why what's
and that'll do it.
I have no idea what Jeff's doing over there.
Jeff's coming onto the field. 42-27. Jeffersonville wins it. Jeff out onto the field. New Albany trying to get its players off the field. They don't have to kick the extra point. New Albany scores, but Jeff wins. The Devils end a little 2-game skid. They're now 3-4 on the year, 2-2 in conference play. They win the rivalry game tonight, 42-27, the final score. We'll take a go ahead.
Well, it's interesting that Jeff players didn't come over and do the handshake line.
That's right, as they take a knee in that square down there at the left side of the field. We'll take a break. Our post-game show coming up. 42-27. Jeff wins it. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit Check Card, and sponsor of tonight's final numbers. Visit any of their branches or bank online at GermanAmerican.com.
Welcome into our post-game show, presented by German American Bank. Thanks for being with us back here at Burke Field at New Albany High School. Jeffersonville beats New Albany 42-27, the final score. Alongside the coach, Jim Kazmarek, I'm Nick Curran. Kevin Maldonado, our producer tonight. And really, it was a tie game at 7 at the half. In the second half, Jeffersonville scored a touchdown on all 5 of its drives. New Albany was forced to punt its first 2 drives of the second half, scored on its final 3. That was the difference in the game as Jeff wins it 42-27.
Was that not the strangest game?
It certainly was.
I mean, I've got to mark that one down as bizarre. The penalties, the mistakes, the poor tackling, the fumbles. I mean, it was a bizarre game. I'm looking at your chart.
Yeah, the penalties, second half, I think I got them all. It was 8 on New Albany in the second half, 9 against Jeff, and just in the second half.
And those penalties weren't like 5-yard penalties.
No.
These are 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct and face mask and holding and just the most bizarre things. Every time you'd see a big play, towards the end of the game, every time we saw Jeff make big runs, all I would look for was a flag because I knew there had to be a flag somewhere on the field. They couldn't allow that run to happen without throwing a flag on it. It was just a very strange game. It was exciting. The score was close, but there were so many things that happened as a coach that would just have driven me crazy. Yeah, I mean, I would have actually I would have gone, what do you call it, apoplectic?
Yeah. There were a lot of those moments that could bring you to that tonight.
Yeah.
But in the second half, the Jeffersonville offense really got going. Cordell Thomas had 3 touchdown passes, 1 to Nation Rowe McBroom, 1 of those to Ethan Mompe, the other a 22-yard pass to Braylon Gray, and then we saw Benji Rice with an 83-yard run, Darian Williams with a 56-yard run. So Thomas 3 touchdown passes all in the second half. Rice had a couple of touchdown runs, but it was certainly a rocky first half of that Jeff offense, but the offense at least was much cleaner in the second half.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was. And I tell you, Cordell Thomas looked really good at quarterback. He's not a big kid. He gets rid of the ball quickly. One of the things I was most impressed with was he gets his hands on the ball and it's gone. I mean, he has a quick release on his passes, so it's really hard to sack him because he's not going to hang on to the ball. Just the opposite of New Albany's quarterback, a young kid who's just hanging on to the ball, hanging on, and boom, he's going to get hit. Cordell Thomas played a really nice game.
And then the New Albany offense, you said, run. They were able to do that in the second half, but had to punt their first 2 drives, and that kind of put them behind the 8 ball, and that ended up being the difference.
And if New Albany's defense could have come up big at all in the second half, New Albany could have won this game. Their defense, as it's done all year, has just kind of let them down. They, giving up another 42 points. That's right at their average. They're averaging giving up 40 points a game. So, had their defense been able to stand up just a little bit better, New Albany could have easily won this game. Not easily, but they could have won this game.
Jamal Chambers, a 5-yard touchdown run in the first half, a 5-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter, and then had a 13-yard touchdown run to walk it off in the fourth. That made the final score, though, 42-27 in favor of Jeffersonville. So a heck of an effort from Chambers running the ball tonight for New Albany. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area. Our scoreboard presented by Cole's Body Shop. They make it like new. There you see Providence dominant tonight, 51-7.
Ooh.
Floyd Central able to hold off Bedford North Lawrence, 41-22. How about this one? Charlestown wins at Corydon Central, 27-26. A 1-point game there. Scottsburg hammered Clarksville 70-7. And Silver Creek, who narrowly beat this New Albany team last week, wins at North Harrison 41-28 tonight, the final score there.
That win against New Albany really helped Silver Creek, helped their season. What was that Floyd Central score?
Floyd Central score was, it was 41-22 over Bedford North Lawrence.
Yeah, Floyd Central, I think, they're the cream of the crop in the Hoosier Hills Conference right now. And I tell you, Charlestown, that's a second really close game. They beat Providence in that really close game, and now they know how to win in close games, and that's really important.
No doubt about it. See if they can continue doing that as the season moves along. 42-27 the final here. Jeff beats New Albany. We'll break. More of our postgame coming up. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction, some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Jeff wins it over New Albany 42-27 here tonight. Back on our post-game show, we'll take a look at some, final numbers, or at least the final scoring plays tonight, presented by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit Check Card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. And, low-scoring affair in the first half, 7-7 game. It was Benji Rice with a 14-yard run with about halfway through the first quarter or so, as losing all the papers here. That made it 7-0 in favor of Jeff, but New Albany answered later in the first half with about 2:45 left in the half. Jamal Chambers, a 5-yard run to tie the game at 7. And that's where we were at halftime, 7-7. Jeff got the ball to start the second half. They capped a 10-play drive. Cordell Thomas with a 23-yard pass to Nation Rowe McBroom to make it 14-7. After a New Albany punt, Jeff got it back. It was Thomas in a short field. It was punt with penalties, ended up being a one-play drive, 17 yards. Thomas to Ethan Mompe, and that made it 21-7. After another punt by New Albany, Jeff on the first play of the fourth quarter, 10th play of the drive, Thomas with a 22-yard pass to Braylon Gray. That made it 28-7. New Albany's first drive of the fourth quarter, 11 plays. Jamal Chambers with a 5-yard run to make it 28-14. But on the ensuing drive, Jeff from its own 17-yard line, it was Benji Rice ripping off an 83-yard run nearing the midway point of the fourth, made it 35-14. A long, really good extended 11-play drive by New Albany ended with a Clay Kaiser 7-yard run. There was only about 1:40 left in the game, but it was 35-21. Next drive, Jeff on 2 plays was capped by a 56-yard Darian Williams run to make it 42-21. And then to end the game, Jamal Chambers took it in from 13 yards out for New Albany, made the final score 42-27. It was certainly, if you like defense or
if you like defense, this was not the game.
No, certainly not the second half. In the first half, a little more defensive oriented. We saw a few turnovers. The second half, the offenses really took over, and Jeff able to come away with.
Yeah. And Jeff, it was obvious Jeff has had better athletes. They're players. When Coach said he needs to get the ball to his playmakers in open space, he was able to do that today and tonight, and as a result, They broke the game open with the long runs and the long passes.
They did, and they win it 42-27. We'll break on our postgame. We'll come back with our most outstanding players and a look at next week's lineup and wrap things up next from New Albany. 42-27, Jeff wins it. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Community action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Jeff wins it over New Albany 42-27. Back on our post-game show, let's take a look at our most outstanding players tonight. Brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Packy at 812-202-7271. He puts you in good hands. And, well, Coach, what do we have?
Well, for New Albany, was pretty much an easy choice. And because of our game plan and keys was run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And the ball's not heavy. And he's not in the union, so he can carry the ball 30 times in a game. And that was Jamal Chambers, 6'2", 224-pound senior. He really did carry the load for New Albany, had an outstanding game tonight. And really he carried Jeffersonville into the end zone on a couple of his touchdowns.
Sure did.
For Jeff, it was tough because they have so many playmakers. It could have been a couple other players. I especially liked their quarterback. But Benji Rice, 6 foot, 199-pound junior running back, had an outstanding game. So players of the game for Jeff in New Albany.
Rice, a couple of touchdowns run. That 83-yard run was kind of the backbreaker.
Right.
That one play, and it was kind of from there really tough sledding for New Albany. So those are your players of the game, presented by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. Now a look ahead at what we have coming up next Friday here at Glycod. A look at Week 8. It's brought to you by HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. A full slate of action. Lafayette and Henry Clay in the Lexington area. Southern against Mail in Louisville. How about the St. X Manual game? That one's going to be a lot of fun next week.
That'll be a good game.
Woodford County against Collins, and then Madison Central will visit Douglas next week. You'll find those right here on Glycod.com. Are you anywhere next week?
I'm off next week.
All right.
So I wish I was working somewhere, but we're off. No Southern Indiana games.
No Southern Indiana games, but plenty taking place in Kentucky next week.
And we'll be back on the air. Todd and I think we'll be back together on the 17th. Hopefully.
Looking forward to that in a couple of weeks. Yep. It was a pleasure, Coach. Thanks so
Nick,
much.
Nick, my pleasure. I really enjoyed working with you.
It was a lot
Kevin,
of fun.
good working with you, too. Thank you so much for to do the things you do, and you made my job a lot easier.
It was a lot of fun working with everyone tonight. So thanks so much for joining us. That's what's coming up next week here on Glycod. And, well, a fun night here tonight. The rivalry game goes to Jeffersonville. The Red Devils win it 42-27 over New Albany. So for Kevin Maldonado, our producer, for the coach, Jim Kazmarek, I'm Nick Curran. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you next time on Glycod. So long, everybody.
From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by Red Ball Recycling. Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Tonight's game was brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Our place, where change is possible together. Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program, helping people, changing lives. And by German American Bank, Northside Security, Call's Body Shop, and the City of New Albany.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching.